Midwest, and even more around the world. This is the Show Me Sports Network. The following is an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and is a high-fidelity all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright of the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.
Hello everybody and welcome in to the Show Me Sports Network's coverage of Hallsville Indians football. I'm Austin Thomas, glad to be back on the air, and joining me in the broadcast booth, it's none other than Matthew Gustafson. Matthew, how are you doing today?
You know, I was already doing pretty good, doing better after that very, very generous introduction, and ready to watch what's been a really good rivalry, really good matchup the last half decade. 4 straight matchups that have gone into the final 2 minutes before being decided. We'll see if we can get a 5th straight classic.
I tell you what, those games have all been incredible. So much fun to watch, and for the last 2 years, I've been on the call for those 2 games between Hallsville and Boonville. Been a while since the football team has been here in Boonville. 2 years ago, almost to the day when the last time Hallsville was here. And in that game, man, oh man, what a phenomenal night for Hallsville. They go on the road and they beat the Pirates barely in a shootout, but it was also a shootout last year. The final score of that game, 34-32, however, back at Hallsville. And in that game, it went down to that last minute. Like we mentioned, Boonville won it 34-32. And as you mentioned, those last 4 years, they've all been tight-knit games. But another thing that's worth mentioning, you look at the last 7 performances between these two teams, and in those last 7 games, this is as far back as the data goes, the road team has been the winner in each of the last 7 games. So we'll see if that streak continues today, but until then, we're going to have to wait and see. We're going to talk more about last game for both of these teams when we come back, heading to a quick break, and when we return, it's a look back to last week here on the Show Me Sports Network's pregame show of Hallsville Indians football.
We ask that you remain standing until the BTEC JROTC has retired the colors. Tonight's national
Seeking to express your unique style? How about healthier, clear skin? Look no further than Mary Kay. For more than 60 years, Mary Kay has been offering a wide range of high-quality makeup and skincare products that empower you to shine and stand out in any setting. From luscious lipsticks to vibrant eyeshadows, flawless foundations to glowing highlights, moisturizing serum to blemish and acne regimens, Mary Kay's got you covered. If you don't have a Mary Kay beauty consultant, then I've got you covered. To get your best skin, call me, Cassandra Gazway, today at 417-684-2667 or visit online at marykay.com/Cassandra Gazway.
The Boone County Journal is the hometown newspaper of Ashland and Hartsburg since 1969. We know you're busy. Let us keep up with Southern Boone happenings for you. We cover social events, school sports, local government, Southern Boone history, obituaries, and more. Subscribe to the Journal today and get the paper delivered to your mailbox every Wednesday. Digital version also available. Call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojo.com. Independent and veteran owned.
There's no better way to celebrate a special event or show someone just how important they are to you than gifting them something handcrafted from Country with a Heart. Handmade in mid-Missouri, Country with a Heart specializes in hand-built woodworking projects for every occasion. Their design collection includes children's furniture, doll furniture, household items, holiday decor, outdoor decorations, custom projects, and everything in between. To view their full inventory of projects, visit countrywithaheart.com and find them on Facebook by joining the Country with a Heart group page.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie!
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back into the Indians pregame show here on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Austin Thomas, joined by Matthew Gustafson, and Well, back from the break now, let's take a look back to last week for each of these two teams. First off with the hosting Boonville Pirates and looking at their season in general as well. Last week, what a close one. 35-42 the final score. Boonville couldn't end up pulling it out. But a great game nonetheless against Marshall, who ended up winning by that one touchdown. Marshall starting off the season 2-0. They look like a strong team out there, but so does Boonville. And, well, pre-game we were talking with Tyson Ellison, who's on the call for Boonville tonight on the Pirates side of things, and he was telling us a little bit about that first game for Quincy. It was the first game that Boonville has been out of Missouri for. They've played every single game in Missouri, but they head to Illinois, Quincy, Illinois, to play Quincy Senior, and they win that game 27-19. That's a look back at the first two games of the season for Boonville so far, and a team that looks like they could be in for a strong year, but, well, they sit at 1-1 right now. Matthew, what are your thoughts on Boonville?
Well, I think you talked about it. That is an impressive win. Anytime that you can go not only on the road, but go to an entirely different state, play in that road environment, play one of the top teams in 6A in Illinois. And let me tell you, folks, 6A is no joke, especially when you get to the top of that division. Get a win, that speaks volumes about this team, about how good they're going to be this season.
Well, I also think it speaks volumes to how good Marshall could be this year. That might be a team to watch out for based on the fact that they beat this Boonville Pirates team. But Hallsville, of course, is not going to let that bother them. Hallsville's hoping for the victory tonight. We'll see if they can get it. Taking a look at Hallsville's last couple of games. Of course, you guys have probably been tuned in to Hallsville, so you know how it's gone this season. That season opener, not the way that Hallsville wanted it to go, 14-48 at Palmyra, but last week at home against rival Centralia, and another nail-biter. 8-point loss for the Indians, 28-36 the final score there, and it really hurts to lose that rivalry game in a game that, I mean, you always go, toe-to-toe with Centralia every single year, and you've had some real great games against them throughout your history, and it really just feels like, man, you would have loved to get that. So a little bit of revenge kind of sitting on Hallsville's shoulder right now. They want to come out here and show another nearby team who's boss, and they want to be able to finally get that first win of the season under Coach Stevens, who's back for his second year here at Hallsville.
Yeah, not only coming off of that big rivalry matchup, but you got really close, like you talked about. Really close matchup. A lot of emotions involved in that game. You're looking for your first win, but getting closer, I think, is going to help Hallsville tonight. Let's see if they can get that over that hedge, right? Get to that win for the first time in 2025.
Well, looking forward to it. We're going to go ahead and step aside, and when we come back, it's going to be time for kickoff here from Boonville. Kickoff coming up next. And we'll be back here on the Show Me Sports Network with more Hallsville football after this.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers. With some of the most advanced technologies on the market, anything can become a canvas. The state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
At Hallsville School District, our educators do more than just teach. Lives are being shaped for the future before they even enter a classroom. For students to succeed, it takes an entire district-wide team. Join Hallsville School District's team today, now offering competitive salaries and benefits for all positions. Visit hallsville.org and click on the employment link under Our District tab.
Attention Indians fans, here's your chance to help the student athletes of Hallsville by becoming a member of the Hallsville Athletic Boosters. Your gifts help provide all Hallsville athletes with a safe and positive experience while attending our school district, and also help purchase items that our sports team couldn't otherwise afford. You can join the Hallsville Athletic Boosters this season for as little as $25. Membership is open to everyone. Interested in joining? Look them up on Facebook by searching Hallsville Athletic Boosters or email them at hallsvilleathleticboosters@gmail.com. Let's go Indians!
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
Hi, I'm retired Army Sergeant Trent Dirks, and I want to tell you about an organization that saved and changed my life forever. Retrieving Freedom provides highly trained service dogs to veterans with disabilities and children with autism, absolutely free of charge, thanks to the generous donations and support from people just like you. Experts from Retrieving Freedom help throughout the entire process, from fostering programs through service dog placement. Retrieving Freedom gave me the skilled service dog Tracer, who has been my best friend and my lifeline. To find out more about how you can get involved, volunteer, foster, or to donate, visit their website, retrievingfreedom.org. Retrieving Freedom, changing lives through the training and placement of service dogs for veterans with disabilities and children with autism.
Seeking to express your unique style? How about healthier, clear skin? Look no further than Mary Kay. For more than 60 years, Mary Kay has been offering a wide range of high-quality makeup and skincare products that empower you to shine and stand out in any setting. From luscious lipsticks to vibrant eyeshadows, flawless foundations to glowing highlights, moisturizing serum to blemish and acne regimens, Mary Kay's got you covered. If you don't have a Mary Kay beauty consultant, then I've got you covered. To get your best skin, call me, Cassandra Gazway, today at 417-684-2667 or visit online at marykay.com/Cassandra Gazway.
And welcome back in to Hallsville Indians football here on the Show Me Sports Network. It is time for kickoff, presented to you by Cassandra Gazaway, Mary Kay Independent Beauty Consultant. Glad to be back on the air. I'm Austin Thomas, joined by Matthew Gustafson, and these two teams getting set to take the field in their final pregame huddle of the night. It is 0-2 Hallsville against 1-1 Boonville, and Hallsville looking to get things started on the right foot. They are going to be receiving from Boonville to start things off, so Hallsville will likely begin with the ball, unless, of course, Boonville does attempt an onside kick, which you never know. It's high school football. Sometimes you see that. Hallsville loved to start things off with onside kicks last season up until about the end of the year. However, worth noting this year, Hallsville seems to have found themselves a kicker on the team, which is an exciting thing to have seen because Hallsville didn't really have that guy. Klosick, the kicker for Hallsville this year, so maybe you're going to see some more, maybe not so much. We'll have to wait and see, but kickoff underway, and it is toward the right side of the field, picked up, now returning it back across the 25 up to about the 30 before he is tackled, and Hallsville will be starting with the ball on the 30-yard line. What a way to get things going. Gabe Jenkins on the return there. Not too bad of a return, about 20 yards, 15 yards. Yeah, not too bad. We'll certainly take that, especially when you look at some of the kick returns this season for the Indians, and you're looking at guys like Lawson Burks, who's averaging about 9.5 per kick return, and Abe Rhodes with 8. So Gabe Jenkins really showing off a strong start. Now, at the quarterback position, Landon Cunningham, the junior, who hands it off on a jet sweep to the left side and tackled right around the line of scrimmage. Not really what Hallsville was hoping to do, but showing off that they do want to run the ball, as that was Gabe Jenkins on the carry there, and a little bit interesting to get to see that.
And this is going to be a tough task today. Looking at that running game, you've got Clayton Schuster, the all-conference edge rusher, alongside Braylon Ellison, who obviously brings the size, a returning starter on that line as well.
Yeah, I also think Blaine Benjamin, he's already got half a sack this season, another guy who's on the D tackle spot, somebody that you're going to watch and see if he can create some more havoc up the middle. Hallsville making a couple of calls. Wyatt Morris in the backfield along with Cunningham. Cunningham drops back. He's looking to go deep on the left side. He's got some space, but it's overthrown. Had his man Jack Stockamp down the left side, but couldn't connect with him on the long ball. Drops just past the 30 over the outstretched arms. He had a step on his man there. That was a good route by Jack Stockamp, but you're going to be seeing a little bit of growing pains throughout this season from Landon Cunningham. His first season in the spotlight Of course, the last couple of years, it's been Braden Matheny's team, and he's been a great passer, someone that Coach Paul Stevens could rely on, and it's going to be a different year this season. I'm excited to see how Landon Cunningham's able to develop throughout the year. Pre-play motion, Gabe Jenkins. Now Cunningham rolls out right. He's got a man under pressure and just has to get rid of it to the right side. It's grounded into the turf, and that is 4th down, 4th and 9. And it seems as though Hallsville is going to have to punt this one away.
Always a bit more difficult to tell that when your quarterback's also your punter.
Yeah, always is a little more difficult, and Landon Cunningham has been struggling a little bit on the punting action as well, just 28 yards per punt. So you're really hoping for more than that, especially, at the high school level, you're looking for 32, 33 as kind of your goal for a punter, but looks like maybe not. Now dropping back into the punting formation, and the snap a little bit high, not much pressure, and this one gets grounded to about the 45 on the Boonville side. Going to be a 10-yard return and met at the opposing 48. Not too bad of a bring back on the other side, and that was number 23 on the other side, Samuel Hage, who ended up bringing that one just across the 50, and Boonville's got possession of it.
Good tackle there by Wyatt Morris. Boonville starts in Hallsville territory.
Yeah, you certainly like that if you're the Pirates in front of this home crowd here. Lots of blue in the stands in front of us. On the opposing side, Hallsville certainly filled up the fan section. Bleachers on the far side. You can see them right on the upper part of the track. Boonville getting ready to lead out with Tatum Huff, their quarterback. Handoff to the left side, trying to take that one to the outside and not going to get much, maybe a gain of 1 yard, and that will take him to the ground. Brad Norberry on the carry, and it's 2nd and 9 for Boonville. Still a 0-0 ball game here in the first quarter. 10.5 minutes to go.
Watch for a lot of runs to the left side from this Boonville team. We've got a 3-star recruit Mizzou commit in Braylon Ellison at left tackle.
Another fake to Norberry this time, and Huff going to take it himself up the right side, gets about 4 or 5 yards out of it. Tackled just across the 45 to the 44 they will put him at, and it's now a 3rd and 5 for Boonville. This is going to be a key opportunity to see how the Hallsville defense is going to stand on 3rd down.
It'll be interesting to see the play call here as well. Are they going to try and go for the first down, or do you try to gain a couple of yards, make it a manageable 4th down, and go for it there?
Boonville looking to be the first on the scoreboard, and this is kind of no man's land, and so you might be willing to go for it on 4th and 5, and if you are, then you might just go for a shot here. Here's going to be a handoff on a jet sweep right side. Got some space across the 40, breaks one tackle, now up across the 35 to about the 33-yard line before he is taken out of bounds. That's a great run by Quincy Hobbs on the jet sweep, just a freshman.
Cornerback Lawson Burks on the tackle for Hallsville. Got really good blocking from his skill position players going along that right side, gets a first down. Guess we'll never find out.
Quincy Hobbs, the freshman who has already making an impact on this Boonville team, and you don't just see it on the rushing game, but you see it in the receiving game a lot. He's got 96 receiving yards through 2 games. For a freshman early in the season, that is an impressive line to be putting up. You can expect him to continue to improve his role. Handoff up the middle now across the 30. Hallsville going to take him down at about the 27-yard line. Gain of about 5 yards for Alex McDonald, the junior returning running back for the Pirates.
McDonald really good so far this season, entering today 13 shy of already approaching 200 rushing yards on the year.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the season for McDonald, and he's had some big games so far this year. I mean, both of those first 2 games have certainly been played through him. I mean, it's in all honesty a very well-rounded attack that you see from Boonville, and Tatum Huff, of course, the quarterback, he's been putting up stats himself, but he's been helping his teammates out a lot, especially on that handoff. Norberry again on the jet sweep. This time he gets shoelace tackled and goes to about the 32 where he's taken down. It's another 3rd and mid situation for Boonville.
Really nice tackle there by the edge rusher, Luke Pesley. Getting out in space, obviously at a speed disadvantage, able to dive out there, get just enough of that shoe to make him go down.
Yeah, and Luke Peasley, I mean, a guy who broke onto the scene as a freshman last season. He played at about every single game, and he was a real factor on that defensive side. Expecting a step up this year, all-conference aspirations for sure for the sophomore. Going to see what he can do here. It's 3rd and 4 for Boonville. The snap, it's a handoff left side. McDonald's got some space, tackled right around the line to gain. Did he get the first? They look like they are going to see where the ball is spotted. Initially, looks like it's 4th down, and they will spot it about a half yard shy of the marker. It is 4th and less than 1 for the Pirates.
Gut check time.
Definitely in Hallsville last season, they were pretty good at some of these situations, a lot better than other teams that you're going to see. But, of course, they did lose some talent from last year to this year.
You got 3 receivers out, still expecting a run.
Shotgun formation. McDonald in the backfield alongside Tatum Huff, and a whistle blows as time is called for by Boonville. First time out of the game for either team, and with that, they're going to be able to draw up potentially a new play. Would have been surprised to see them run shotgun. I don't think that's going to be what they come out in after the timeout.
We've talked about the strength of this Boonville offensive line. Would be shocked to see anything but a run in this scenario. I'm guessing that they were trying to draw Hallsville offside. Didn't get him to jump, so they're going to try and draw something up on 4th down.
Yeah, you talk about some of the awesome players on this Boonville team. Braylon Ellison at left tackle, of course, a Mizzou commit, as you've mentioned. But he's not the only returner this year. Caden Thacker, Blaine Benjamin, both of them, the center and right guard, respectively, for Boonville. They are big pieces to this offensive line as well and can certainly put out a good block. Looking at the rest of the offensive line, Wayne Frederick and Ian Wessing, the other two, left guard and right tackle, respectively, they are looking to take big steps forward. Frederick, a senior who's been on this team, and on the right tackle, it's Ian Wessing.
Similar formation to what we saw before the timeout. A little bit surprised here.
Huff and McDonald in the backfield. See a tight end on the left side. Going to throw it to the right. It's a high pass, and it's overthrown. Incomplete. Hallsville gets the ball back. A 4th down turnover.
Bold decision there by Boonville, trying to stretch out the field, get a one-on-one situation. Not a bad idea. Boonville has some really tall, very, very good receivers. So you put a 50-50 ball up there more often than not, they're probably going to come down with it. That time, not the case.
Yeah, great defense by Hallsville as well to make sure it wasn't going to be an easy pass, although definitely one that could have been completed. Just didn't get that communication and that connection like you were hoping for. So on Hallsville, they're going to look to make the most of this. Wyatt Morris in the backfield alongside Landon Cunningham. On the left side, you see Gabe Jenkins. On the right side, Lawson Burks. And some pre-snap motion now. Going to look to throw it up the seam, and it's a little behind Stockamp, who tried to run it up the middle, but bounced off his hand around the 35 and drops to the ground, 2nd and 10.
Good decision there by Cunningham. Had the space up the middle. Stockamp wasn't quite ready for it, and the throw was a bit behind him. You get the combination of those two factors, you're not going to make that catch.
Still 0-0, 7:30 left in the first quarter. Run up the middle by the quarterback, Cunningham, and he's going to get a bunch out of that. Call it a gain of 7 as he's up across the 30 to the 32-yard line where they spot the ball. It's 3rd and 2.
And that's something he's done really well so far this year.
And this time a handoff to Morris, who's wrapped up in the backfield. A TFL for Boonville. It's going to be a loss of 3 back at the 29-yard line. What a play by Boonville as they are able to push back Hallsville. And another interesting spot. We'll see if they try and go for it here, or if they're going to punt it away again. Cunningham seems to be in a spot to run a play. 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Man in the backfield is Morris again. And quick
looks
audible
to the
on the
sideline
side.
for an audible.
Yes. Cunningham takes the snap, a little bit of early motion, didn't handle it cleanly, tries to run it himself, and wrapped up at the right side of the line, right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of 1, but regardless, it is another turnover on downs in this game, and Boonville gets the ball back, looking for the first score of the game for either team. 6:34 to go in the first quarter.
Cunningham, surprised there by the snap, wasn't ready for it, did his best to try to make the most of it. I'm curious if we learn later on, was that meant to be a go for it on 4th down? Were they going to try and draw them offside?
Maybe. But We'll have to ask Coach Stevens after the game. Of course, we'll have the post-game interview with him, as always, here on the Show Me Sports Network. Snap and a handoff up the middle. McDonald trying to take it for Boonville. He's going to get over 5. Call it a gain of 6 yards as he's tackled across the 25 to the 23. And Dalvin Smith on the tackle. It's now 2nd and 4 for Boonville.
That Boonville offensive line getting a lot of motion early on. Running game has been effective. I haven't seen them really open it up with the pass so far.
And you have seen that one pass attempt on 4th down, and time called here. Water break timeout called for by the head referee. So obviously a steaming hot day here in Boonville and really all across Missouri.
Yeah.
I mean, right now
89 degrees.
89 degrees, and the sun is behind clouds right now as well. And I tell you what, it's been a steaming hot day. It's hot here in the press box.
Yep.
I tell you what, my water bottle that I filled up with some water pre-game, it was hot. Coming out of the fountain, it was hot. You only see that on 90-degree days like today. I could have been smart like you and just got a cold one out of a refrigerator, but I didn't think that far ahead, Sure, there are some players down there as well that.
Hey, you've got the Gatorade.
I did get the Gatorade. That's my way of regenerating. But I think the Pepsi that I also have kind of cancels that out. I don't know. They had a great concession stand here in Boonville, by the way. Matt over there, he's got his popcorn. Literally, he is eating his popcorn while watching this game. How is it? You enjoy
really
it?
Good. 10 out of 10.
I tell you what, the concession stand here.
$4 for a popcorn bucket. Take that deal any day of the week.
Those of you who have watched the Show Me Sports Network for a while know I am a fan of going to the concession stands every time Hallsville's on the road. Handoff now for McDonald out of the timeout. He's going to take this up the middle. He's got some space on the right side. Back across the 5, one man to beat. He's in. Touchdown, Boonville. They take the lead here in the first quarter. It's 6-0 Pirates on the run from Alex McDonald. About a 19-yard run to the house. And he will take that home.
Had a lot of open space on the right side, cut back in, and after making that man miss, he had one more to go. It was a race to the pylon on the outside, and a race that McDonald won 6-0 Boonville.
Now they will attempt the PAT. The snap is up. The kick is over, and it is through the uprights. It's now 7-0. Boonville has the lead over the Indians, and so the Indians going to have to get this offense going. It's been a slow start for them so far. What do they need to do differently offensively in order to have success against the Pirates?
I think that you're going to need to open up the passing game. You saw signs of progress. That missed pass to Stockamp, there was room up the middle. See if they try and target that again, go on a slant, try and get some guys in space because the running game has not been there quite yet. But Landon Cunningham's been one of the better quarterbacks statistically in the state of Missouri. 8th, according to Max Preps, in passing yards now in the state of Missouri. See if they can start to open up the passing game.
Certainly has been up there volume-wise. However, one of the things that he has certainly got to work on is the turnovers. He does have a ton of interceptions and fumbles this season comparatively, and so you're okay with him having limited passing yards as long as he limits the mistakes. That's one of the things that you're looking for this game is, as you're looking for him to take those steps forward, you're okay with him taking a step back. Box score statistically, it purely depends on what the effectivity is. Kickoff underway on the left side, taken up around the 10-yard line, now past the 25. Call it a 20-yard game, maybe even more. Call it 25 for Lawson Burks. A great return off of the kickoff, and he has Hallsville started past the 35 up to the 37 of Boonville.
And that's one of the other areas where Hallsville is going to need to improve the field position game, right? You saw Boonville winning in field position earlier on, had obviously started out their very first drive in Hallsville territory. The ball continued to stay in Hallsville territory until Boonville scored that touchdown. Got to make sure that you get a first down here, try and get the ball into Boonville territory and make sure you're not starting at such a disadvantage.
Landon Cunningham back out here for the Indians, hoping to lead this offense into Boonville territory. He'll take it himself up the right side. Has some good blocks up to about the 40 before he's tackled. They're going to call him just shy of it at the 39. So a gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 for the Indians as they trail 7-0 here in the first quarter.
Bryce Newham and birthday boy
Bryce Newham and Brendan Perry on the tackle for the Pirates. And on a 2nd and 8, what are you kind of looking for here from Hallsville?
Well, we'll see what they go with. Looks like trips left, a single receiver to the right. Looks like they're going to try and air it out here.
Seeing a lot more Wyatt Morris in the backfield as he was here. Gabe Jenkins makes a man miss at the 40, gets tackled up at about the 43-yard line. Not a bad move there on the juke from Gabe Jenkins, trying to take that next step forward this year after a great campaign last season as a sophomore. Now a junior, still trying to show off that leadership. It's 3rd and 4 for the Indians.
Really like the play call right there as well. Just get that first completion out of the way, get it to your receiver in space, make this 3rd and manageable.
And 3rd and manageable it is. Wyatt Morris once again in the backfield with Cunningham. He takes the snap, looks right side, now throws it up the middle and can't find his man on the crossing route. Abe Rhodes, the intended target. A former offensive lineman turned tight end for the Indians. Back in his freshman and sophomore seasons, he was an offensive lineman for Hallsville, but Coach Stevens comes in and he says, all right, we're going to get you some reps at tight end. Trying to work him in.
It's worked beautifully so far.
Yeah, he's been one of the best receivers on this Hallsville team. 9 receptions for 140 yards and a touchdown through 2 games. He is the Indians' 2nd leading receiver, only behind Gabe Jenkins, who's only got 5 more yards than him. Cunningham takes the snap on 4th down. He throws left side wide open. Rhodes is going to take it up across the 50 to the 45. Has it in Boonville territory. What a gain for the Indians as Abe Rhodes will take it for about 15 up to the 42-yard line in Boonville territory.
Great play call right there. Rhodes starts along the right side of that line. The entire offense moving to the right misdirection. He's coming across the other side of the field. A wide open pass, an easy pass to make, and a 1st down.
Cunningham takes the snap, looks right side, back up across the 40, gets it to the 39, and Hallsville now a 2nd and 7. As we'll see if they keep trying to lean on this run game. Boonville has been stuffing the run every single time against Hallsville, made it relatively ineffective, but the passing game has been looking a little bit better, especially with the misdirection that they're able to apply with play action because of how much they run the ball.
And they've also, like I said, they've had those 2 passes up the middle. Haven't been able to connect, but if you can start to make those passes, that is really going to open up things for this Indians offense.
Morris once again in the backfield. You have 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Abe Rhodes at the tight end spot. Deep throw up the middle, and it's a jump ball caught by Jenkins at the 5 before he's tackled at the 3. Oh, man, that's what you're looking for. Just as you were saying it, waiting to connect up the middle, and you get a big shot up to the 3. Hallsville is in the red zone.
Looks like they might try to go up tempo here. Guessing they're going to start off with a run. Now slowing down.
1st and goal from the 3, and they've got some momentum now. Certainly been seeing some good plays, and you're just trying to punch it in. Cunningham left side, trying to rush over, bulldozing. Can he break through? Not quite. Stopped at the 1. Gain of 2. It's 2nd and goal from the 1. Hallsville, a chance to tie it up with a touchdown and a PAT. They have been taking more PATs this season than they did in previous years, as I mentioned, with their kicker Klosik, who's now in the fold. He's got 2 PATs made this season. We'll see if they would go for the PAT, but they got to score the touchdown first. It's 7-0 Boonville. 2:37 to go in the first quarter. Run up the middle, and Cunningham is in. Touchdown. Hallsville. It's now 6-7, and Hallsville will see if they can knot it up with the PAT or if they go for 2. What a play. It was Landon Cunningham who ran it in from 1 yard out. And it looks like they're setting up to go for 2, trying to take the lead here. We'll see if they can. Cunningham takes the snap, looks right side, now hesitates, goes up himself, trying to be pushed in by his offensive lineman, and they mark him short. They say no 2-point conversion. just shy as the offensive line nearly punched him in, but 1 yard away, and now they remain 1 point down on the scoreboard. 7-6, the Boonville lead, and they will get the ball back.
Looks like they might have been trying some more misdirection right there. Cunningham takes the snap. He looked to his right initially. His two receivers worked to the left, so I'd imagine, I didn't see for sure, but I would imagine there was a tight end along the right side of that line trying to get through the mess, get open in the end zone. Doesn't look like he was able to fight through it, and you see the penetration into the quarterback's pocket. He's forced to run, doesn't quite have the push he needs to get it into that end zone.
Well, Landon Cunningham, I mean, he has been used a ton on the ground this season. 43 rushing attempts entering this game, and that's part of the reason why you see 3 fumbles on the year. But he has not fumbled in this one despite continuing to get all those carries, and I think that's a big deal for Hallsville, is ball security for their quarterback. Certainly showing off this game that he's able to stay more in control of the ball. He's got to keep that up throughout the night.
Yep. And I also we talked about it a little bit, but not only getting that pass up the middle, stretching out the defense for Boonville, getting that deep ball going is going to be huge. Could help open up that running game as we continue on throughout this contest.
And kickoff here as Klosick sends it to about the 20, picked up on the left hash. Run up across the 30, now to the 35, has some space on the right side, up over to the 46-yard line before he is tackled. A great return there from Samuel Hage as he will have it near midfield for the Pirates.
Not the usual kick returner for Boonville either. It's been Norbury a lot of the time for the Pirates.
Yeah, switching things up a little bit today, and hey, it's been working for them. You've seen some good returns from Hage, and
yep.
He certainly excites you if you're going to have him as the full-time returner the rest of the season. Boonville now looking for the play on the sideline, and Tatum Huff back out there with Alex McDonald in the backfield beside him. Bryce Newham, some pre-snap motion, moving to the left tight end spot, puts out a block and allows McDonald to go forward for about 3 yards. Now 2nd and 7 for Boonville. The Pirates lead at 7-6 with 2:10 on the clock in the first quarter.
Luke Peasley on the tackle.
Luke Peasley in on the tackle again, and Peasley has been real good for the Indians. One of the most underrated players, I think, on this team, and I bet you Coach Stevens would say the same thing. Peasley, he's the only man on the defense with a sack. He's got 2 of them this season. Going to see if he can average a sack a game. Pre-snap motion again on the left side, moving inside. Now a handoff to McDonald. Got some space up the left. Trying to take it to the outside. Back up across the 40, all the way up to the 33-yard line before he is tackled. A huge gain for Alex McDonald, nearly 20 yards on the carry. And he was taken down at the 33. It's a 1st and 10 for the Pirates.
You see the misdirection, some of that eye candy by the Boonville offense, opens it up along the left side. He's able to get past the line and goes north-south for that gain.
Boonville going to try and keep the momentum alive in front of this home crowd, and plenty of Boonville fans in the stands. Snap goes to Huff. He'll throw it to the right side. It's caught. Kahns taking it up the right side, gets it just about to the 20, and that's going to be another 1st down gain for the Pirates. It's Landon Kahns, the all-conference wide receiver, 2nd team Tri-County Conference last season, and looking for another all-conference campaign. Got that one up to the 19, so the Pirates in the red zone now. A 14-yard gain for Landon Kahns. Landon Kahns on the right side, Logan Kahns on the left outside. Hand off to McDonald, not going to get too much. Going to call it a gain of 2. It's 2nd and 8 for Boonville as they have it up to the 17.
We've talked about the height advantage for these Boonville wide receivers, talked about the potential to use that for 50-50 balls. Well, what we've been seeing so far is also their ability to block. It's been very impressive along the outside. That's allowed them to get some of these big gains in the running game as they open up some of those holes along the outside of the field.
Just 30 seconds left in the first quarter, so likely the last play of the first as Huff at quarterback with McDonald to his right. He'll take the snap, looking to throw to the right side. He'll take it himself just across the 20 before he's tackled out of bounds by Hallsville. A nice play, but Hallsville able to get the result to go their way. A loss of 2 on the play. They'll tackle him back at the 19. It's 3rd and 10 as it appears there will not be it appears there will be another play because he went out of bounds, so clock stopped with 17 seconds to go.
3rd and 10 for the Pirates.
So I guess I spoke too soon on the last one, saying that would be the last play.
You never know.
You never know. Huff at quarterback takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls left side, plenty of space, one-on-one. He'll throw to the end zone. Logan Kahn's just out of reach. Had him open on the corner route, but not able to hit his man. It's over his outstretched arm. 4th and 10, and they might be attempting a field goal. They might try and go for it. They do have a kicker who they have relied on throughout the season.
This would be a 36-yard field goal.
It would be certainly something that a kicker could make, but it might be a little further than you'd hope for, and you're not risking too much by going for it here.
Don't see him on the field. Brody Porter, number 43. The Pirates are going to go for it.
But a timeout will be called by Hallsville to make sure that their defense is set. Coach Stevens coming up and having a chat with his players to make sure that they're in the right mindset. That's something that Coach Stevens likes to talk about all the time. It's the mental aspect of the game. Every time that I would talk to him last season, it was always, we need to make sure our guys are ready to go mentally and that they're in the mindset of the game. And that's what timeouts are for him, is he wants to make sure that he gets his players some time to breathe, to think things over, to make sure they're focused on that play. And this is obviously a play that he deems important, a 4th and 10. And there's not really a better time to use a timeout in the first quarter than right here as a defensive call.
And I'd also say that you see this kind of use of timeouts a lot more in high school and college. A lot of coaches will try and save those timeouts if they can use them for a late half situation. You don't really see that as much in high school. I mean, this is a good use of the timeout right here. Make sure that your guys are ready. Big 4th down. Try and make sure that this remains a one-score game.
Well, you talk about it, the difference between the NFL and high school. Of course, I mean, high school right now, you're focused on developing your players. The best way to do that is to take those time, whereas in NFL, obviously, it's a business first. And so you're focused on really, making the most of that play. Well, Boonville now out of the timeout, ready to go. 12 seconds left in the first quarter. It's a 4th and 10 from the 19-yard line in Hallsville territory. Motion to the left from McDonald. Huff takes the snap alone. He'll throw deep right side. Landon Kahn's over his head, out of reach, incomplete. Another turnover on downs for the Pirates, and Hallsville gets the ball back at their own 19.
Well, you talked about the effectiveness of this Hallsville defense on 4th down. That's certainly something we've seen here tonight.
Yes, it is. And, well, we'll see if Hallsville can keep the momentum going. They score the touchdown, and then they have a 4th down conversion that they stop Boonville from getting. Back-to-back drives have gone Hallsville's way. We'll see if they can make it 3 in a row, as they had responded real quick from the 19-yard touchdown rush by Alex McDonald. Back with 5:45 to go in the first quarter. McDonald had a 19-yard touchdown. Cunningham responded on the next drive with 2:30 to go. Made it 7-6. 2-point conversion wasn't good. And then Hallsville was able to stop Boonville, so it remains 7-6 as a run up the middle gets stuffed at about the 25-yard line. Not a bad run there. Call it a gain of 6, and that will end the first quarter. Score is 7-6, and when we come back, we'll have more for you here from Boonville on the Show Me Sports Network.
Power equipment is always cool, always. Well, unless it's not working, then power equipment is expensive. Always. Unless you get it checked with Salter Lawn Service. Don't worry about saving up for something new. Just let the experienced experts at Salter Lawn Service repair your small engines. With pickup and delivery available, saving you time and saving your wallet.
Hey, this is Stacy Salter with Salter Lawn Service. One call, we do it all. You can find us at salterlawnservice.com.
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
Welcome back in. It's a 7-6 ball game right now as we enter the second quarter here on Homecoming in Boonville. Man in motion to the left, fakes it, hands it off. It's the wide receiver, tries to go up the middle. He's going to be stuck. The ball gets out. The ball gets out, but the referee comes in, says that that is down before, so that is a pretty good gain right there. And now 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 4. You have it at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, not the run that you were hoping for, as you had seen Abe Rhodes get the handoff on that one and almost lost the ball as he had hit the ground, but the ball came out on contact with the ground, so they say he was down beforehand. Got to come back with a better play here.
Trips left, 2 to the right. Nobody in the backfield besides Cunningham. Quick pass out to the left side. That's going to get a first down and more. Diving to the 39-yard line for the first down is Lawson Burks.
I mentioned the blocking ability of Abe Rhodes as he started off as an offensive lineman. He just threw out an incredible block on the left side from the tight end spot. Really opened up a good 10 extra yards on that play because of that block.
Correction, Gabe Jenkins on the reception there. Now 1st and 10 at the Hallsville 43-yard line. Looking to the sideline are the Indians for the call. They've got it now. 2 receivers to the right, slot man to the left. Running back in the backfield. Here's the snap. Hands it off. It's going to be Dalvin Smith making his way through the left side. Now stood up by this Boonville defense after the gain of 3.
Surprisingly, that the first carry of Dalvin Smith's this season. Despite him having plenty of reps in the backfield, he's been used as a gadget player, of course, but for him not to have gotten a touch on the ground until just there, a little bit surprising, especially because he got a few last season as well, and he's been an explosive player, but been more of a receiving back so far this season.
2nd and 7 ball on the left hash. Now the snap. Cunningham takes it up the middle, has a little bit of room, being pushed back now by the Pirates, taken to the ground for a gain of 3 again, and now 3rd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, you're okay with the 3-yard gain. Obviously, you'd like to get a little bit more than that, but certainly got you the yardage, and it makes it 3rd and manageable.
Also seeing a little bit of momentum now in that running game, getting back-to-back positive yardage, especially gains of 3 or more.
And you like to see Dalvin Smith in there once in a while. We have not seen Smith and Morris both in the backfield this game. I'd be interested to see if we'll see both of them in the game at the same time later in the night.
2 receivers to the left. It's trips right. Nobody in the backfield, but first we're going to get a timeout from Hallsville.
And another timeout. Still 9 minutes to go, and Hallsville's just got 1 timeout remaining. But this one a little more confusing than the last one. Obviously, on 4th and 10, defensively, it makes sense to regroup yourself. Here on a 3rd and 4th situation, you've shown that you're going to be willing to go for it on 4th down, especially this far up the field. So I'm a little surprised to see what they're going to do here, maybe wanting to call up a more deep ball to see if they can get a big play, and so they want to talk that over while also considering what they would do on 4th down if that doesn't be successful.
Have to imagine Coach Stevens looked at both sides of the field, did not like what he saw. Went with an empty man formation, nobody in the backfield outside of the quarterback, that being Landon Cunningham. They're going to go back to that formation, trips to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Trying to spread out this Boonville defense. The clock is now running. Cunningham takes the snap, looks right, throws right, connects with his receiver. That's going to be beyond the line to gain a first down on the pass to Abe Rhodes.
Abe Rhodes showing up yet again in the sure hands as well. He made sure to make the catch and then thought about turning upfield. That is something that you're going to see out of an experienced player in Rhodes. He's been working. He's a senior now, and so they are going to say, actually.
Now they're saying it is just, and I mean just, a first down.
So the call is that he had his knee on the ground when he caught the ball, not that he didn't make the catch. And then he had made a move. I mentioned that he was focused on the catch first before turning upfield. That's because he put that knee on the ground right there. It was close to not touching, but wasn't able to keep it off of the grass. And so it takes away a couple extra yards. But, again, it's still a first down, so that's why it's so important to make the catch first.
First and 10 Indians on the Hallsville 48-yard line. Ball on the right hash. Quickly up to the line. Man in motion. Fakes it. Cunningham takes it himself up the middle. Going to be moving forward, falls forward for a gain of 4 on first down to make it 2nd and 6.
And there you go. You're into Boonville territory for the second time tonight. And the last time that Hallsville was in Boonville territory, they were able to go all the way into the end zone with the touchdown.
2nd and 6 now. The man in motion on that play, the running back, Dalvin Smith. Looking back to the sideline for the call. 4 receivers to the left, 1 man to the right. Not a formation you see very often. Wonder if we're going to see Smith in motion. Cunningham takes the snap, throws it to Smith along the left side. Trying to find some room, cuts back up the middle, jukes to the left, and he's going to have it right near the line to gain. They're going to say this one is just stopped short. A gain of about 5 on third down makes it 3rd and 1.
A great broken tackle on that play right there. And it's the shiftiness of Smith. He's shown that every year that he's been out here. It's more of the route running that you continue to see him improve on, the hands that you continue to see him improve on. That's what you're looking for this year. The shiftiness has always been there from Smith, and you're seeing it full focus right there.
3rd and 1 bunched up formation, 1 man to the right. Takes a snap, Cunningham going to try and take it himself, stopped near the line. We're going to see if this one is a first down. It's close. And they're going to move this one forward. Cunningham gets just enough to move the chains.
And the student section over there for Hallsville certainly getting a little bit rowdy. They are all dressed up in yellow today. I think I saw a couple of inflatable bananas being thrown in the crowd over there. They were certainly rowdy earlier when Boonville was on the field. That was a little bit funny. I'll call them the banana section. Maybe something else. I don't know. I have to come up with a more creative name.
1st and 10 now at the Boonville 42. Man in motion to the left, fakes it, motion to the right. Cunningham getting chased. He's going to throw this one. See if they call it a flag.
Pass is incomplete. Pressure by Clayton.
Question, of course, was he out of the tackle box? It did not, however, get back to the line of scrimmage. No flag on the field, it appears.
Well, I think
so this one going to be 2nd and 10.
Part of the reason you look at that is, of course, you saw the right tackle kind of push the guy who ended up getting to him outside, and he did not lose his momentum as he went forward to try and get the sack on Cunningham. And Cunningham, a smart play there, but maybe if he was a little more confident, could have even avoided the tackle and tried to make a play.
Empty backfield. Throw to the left is tipped, incomplete. Now 3rd and 10, a long ways to go. But Hallsville on this drive has been very successful on 3rd downs.
3rd and 10.
And that was a great deflection as well. Really helped stop any momentum that Hallsville could have had. They've loved those short passes. Those flats have been really a favorite target for Landon Cunningham.
Wyatt Morris into the game. Pistol formation. 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Here's the snap. Cunningham looking to pass, goes deep, connects with his receiver, Rhodes, but that one is broken up. 4th down.
Had Rhodes in the hands, just wasn't able to fight through the contact. It was a contested catch, and a lot of times you're going to see Rhodes bring that in. It's a smart throw for Cunningham. He had it where he wanted to put the ball, but you're just not going to have a completion every single time on that play. It's a tough catch to make for Rhodes, but it's one that, we're hoping to have.
And it looks like Hallsville, the offense, is going to stay on the field. An aggressive move on 4th down, 10 yards to the line to gain. Snap moving right, makes the throw. This one is going to be short. Rhodes tackled by 2 Boonville defenders, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Pirates get the ball back.
Punt of 4 yards, the equivalent, but this punt gets you fantasy points if you play fantasy high school football.
Don't think anybody does that. But
I don't think
you
it
never know.
exists.
I don't think it does either. So Boonville getting the ball back. Pirates starting out at their own 38 on the left hash mark.
Yeah, that might bring up a lot of legal questions. I don't want to talk about that.
6:52 remaining. It is a 7-6 ball game in favor of the Pirates here on homecoming. Man in motion to the left snap, giving it off to the running back, Alex McDonald. Room to run. He's broken it open to the 40, 30, 20, 10, and he's pushed out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big gainer by Alex McDonald, and the Pirates have it in the red zone.
Wow, what a play there, as he was able to rush for a nearly 50-yard gain. Call it exactly 50 yards if they'll place him at the 12, which I think is where they're putting the ball. Well, they're going to say it's a couple yards shy of that, so just shy of a 50-yard run, 49 yards on it. Man, that's a great run right there for McDonald, and he continues to rack up those rushing yards and really power this offense for Boonville.
1st and 10 Boonville at their 14, or rather the Hallsville 14. McDonald in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to him. Moving right, he's going to get stymied by this Hallsville offense. Still on his feet now, moving backward. Tackled to the ground. That one is going to be a loss. And not only going to be a loss of about 5, if not more.
Huge play by the Hallsville defense, and they sent nearly everyone, all of that front 7 basically, kind of coming up and trying to get into the backfield, and they were successful in doing so, especially when you run the ball to the outside. That's going right into the teeth of the defense.
2nd and 15, so exactly a loss of 5. Just about 6 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Bunched up formation, single man on the left. They're going to hand it up right up the middle, going up the gut. McDonald's still on his feet, now finally brought down, and he's going to get back those 5 yards, making it about 3rd and 10.
And with that, the water break timeout coming up, and you get to catch your breath here. These players, they really need this right now. I mean, it's still steaming hot out there despite the sun basically completely set at this point. The night sky is upon us, but it's still 85 degrees here in Boonville. The high earlier today, 95, and so that turf likely still hot as well, as that'll just keep steaming up. These players, they got to take that break, and that's part of the reason why you're going to see a run game like what Boonville has. Once in a while, you're going to see a break loose like that, because you can't continue to fight play in and play out, especially this early into the season when you're still working on getting your legs under you on a steaming hot day. These guys are going to get tired. You keep running the ball time and time again, and Hallsville's just got to be ready to go. They just got to make sure that they don't let something like that happen again. Their defense has been relatively strong today against a good Boonville offense. They've been able to hold them to just 7 points so far and trying to keep it a 1-point game. We'll see if Hallsville can do that.
Hallsville defense is held up after allowing that big gain on the run by McDonald. Now 3rd and 11 in the red zone for Boonville. McDonald again in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left, 1 out wide to the right. Also a tight end along the left end of the line. Taking the snap is Huff. He's going to throw it to his left side as Landon Kahns has a couple of blockers. He's going to be brought down right near the line to gain. Brought down at about the 5, making it 4th and 1. And a big decision right here for Boonville.
Wouldn't say it's much of a decision. They went for it on 4th and 10 at about the 20-yard line earlier in the game. Now it's a 4th and 1. You have better odds, plus you're closer to the red zone. I expect it to be a run play here. That's what they've been focused on. But they have also shown the ability to want to throw the ball. They trust Huff to make those plays, even though the run game has been what's working.
McDonald again in the backfield, man in motion to the right. And a timeout this time by Boonville.
And you
so
know,
now one timeout remaining for each side.
I realize I say that the run game's been working, and I think in large part that might be confusing because the run game's really been working on big plays. It's been the passing game that's been working on short plays. The run games, obviously, you have those big breakoff run from Alex McDonald just a little bit ago, and you saw the 19-yard touchdown run for McDonald earlier in the night. But the short plays have not really been working in favor of Boonville. Every time they try and run it for short yardage, it's 0 or in the backfield, or it's broken for 7, maybe more yards.
More often than not, it's been the outside zone rushes to the outside of the tackle that have been most effective. We've talked about the blocking of these skill position players for Boonville. That's really been key on those long rushes. You haven't seen a lot of success for the Pirates when they try and run it up the gut of this Hallsville defense.
Jack Wooden, certainly somebody to watch out for on the Hallsville defensive line. You're going to see him step back out there from the defensive tackle position. He's on the inside and the far side on your screen there. Going to be tough to see him at this point in that Hallsville territory.
Pistol formation. Snap, handoff to McDonald, moving to his left. Wide open lane, right into the end zone. Touchdown, Boonville. Moving it to that outside zone along the left side of the line. Got a lot of movement. And back into the end zone go the Pirates, 13-6.
That's exactly the play that Boonville was looking for. They were setting it up, and I mentioned it. Either gets stuffed or it breaks off for 7. Well, that one broke off for the 7, and that's all that they needed to break it into the end zone.
Brody Porter, the kicker for Boonville, lining up 8 for 9 on PATs in 2025. The kick is up, and it is good. Make that rather 9 or rather 10 for 11 on the season with 2 made PATs today. Now the score 14-6 for Boonville. 4:59 remaining in this second quarter as Hallsville trying to get the ball back and hoping to even it up before halftime.
And this will be a big opportunity for Hallsville to see how they respond when they lose the momentum that they once had. They had the momentum coming back and tying it up. And then, of course, they had the great defensive stop to get the ball back, although this is now back-to-back drives that have been won by Boonville. They stopped Hallsville, and then Boonville went down to score. If Hallsville can regain that momentum, not even regain the momentum, but really just stop Boonville from continuing to build on it, Hallsville gets their own touchdown. That's what you want to see out of a mentally strong team.
So Porter ready to kick it off. That's going to be number 10, Bryce Newham, who's back alongside Dalvin Smith, ready to receive. Or correction, Gabe Jenkins alongside Dalvin Smith, ready to receive for Hallsville. Here's the kick along the line toward the left side. This one going to bounce toward the end zone, get out of bounds. Flag on the play, and Hallsville going to have a pretty good field position to start this drive.
Yeah, it seemed like that one was kind of aimed for the corner, which is a little bit surprising to see off of a kickoff. But Porter trying to get as much space to kick it back as he can. Of course, going diagonally, you're going to have a little bit more space to kick the ball than if you hit it straight central. And trying to knock it into the corner, it gives you a little bit more freedom to work with. But, of course, it can lead to the ball going out of bounds like we saw right there. Makes it a little bit more of a difficult decision for kickers.
So Hallsville starting at their own 35-yard line, trips to the right, single man to the left. Pistol formation. Snap to Cunningham, throws it out to the right side. Gabe Jenkins makes the man miss, advances to the 41-yard line for a gain of 6 on first down.
That's why you pass it to Jenkins, because Jenkins can do things like that. Just finds the space, able to work a few extra yards out of it as well with the spin move, and you're just looking for him to continue working that ball up the field. And really those flats and those unders have been working really well for Hallsville. But you're still looking for that down the field pass.
Snap, Cunningham going to run it up the gut toward the line of gain. Looks like he's going to get the first down here. And that is indeed the case. First down Hallsville on their own 45-yard line.
Yeah, and that's really what you're looking to see right there. It's these chunk plays, not even chunk plays at that, but just getting good gains, 4 or 5 yards. That's all that you need to have a successful offense. If you're able to do that consistently, your team's going to be able to drive down the field in really no matter of time.
On the first down, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, pistol formation. Wyatt Morris, the man in the backfield. Here's the snap. Moving to his left is Cunningham on the keeper. Finds a gap, advancing toward the first down. Going to be stopped just short, but a gain of 9 on the quarterback keeper.
Yeah, another great carry right there by Landon Cunningham. Darren Leonard getting the tackle, but it's a little bit late. When your safety is getting the tackle on a quarterback, that means your quarterback's already done plenty, unless, of course, it's an attempted sack, some sort of blitz.
2nd and 1. See if Hallsville just tries to get that first down or if they take this opportunity and try to air it out. Here's the snap. Fakes it or rather hands it off. That's going to be Wyatt Morris. Runs up the middle. Gets past that first down marker. First down to Hallsville at the Boonville 39-yard line, or rather 44-yard line.
And Wyatt Morris, he's always going to be good for 2 or 3 yards every single time he gets the ball put in his hands. And right there, that's exactly what you wanted to have from him.
Now 3:15 remaining in this second quarter, in this first half. 2 men to the right, 2 to the left. Even formation, a pistol formation, man in the backfield. Snap to Cunningham, throws it out left into the flat. Making one man miss is Jenkins, going to get a gain of 6 on first down.
Yeah, and Jenkins just able to get back inside on the cut there. Able to find some space to work with. Didn't get too much extra off of the move, but any yard is good yardage, as I like to say at the very least. Pushes your offense down the field.
Hallsville potentially continuing with this run. 2 men to the right, 1 man out wide to the left. Snap to Cunningham. Motion to the right, throws it back to the left. Advancing for first down and more. Getting into the red zone, being pushed toward the end zone. Going to be brought down at the 9-yard line is Jack Stockamp on the big gainer. 1st and goal, Hallsville.
30-yard reception for Stockamp, and what a huge play. Stockamp nearly equaling his season total in receiving yards. He had entered this game with 38. He has 30 in the game now just off of that one play.
Now 1st and goal. From the 9-yard line, and you've got time. Approaching 2 minutes remaining in this half. 2 men to the left. Cunningham going to run it himself. Runs it right into the middle of that Boonville defense. Going to get stopped after a short gain. Looks like a gain of about 1 or 2.
Not the worst thing in the world that you could have happen in this situation, because you've passed the 2-minute mark and trying to give Boonville as limited time as possible while also still scoring. You get a yard out of that gain, and it's still short yardage. You got to get 8 yards. Now you're more focused on working it toward the end zone now that you've been able to work off nearly 30 seconds from the clock.
1:24 remaining in the second quarter. Lawson Burks, the man out to the right. Man to the left, here's the snap. Looking toward the end zone. 50-50 ball is out of the reach of Jack Stockamp. It's 3rd down.
Well, Jack Stockamp a lot of times going to be able to bring that in. That's why you go to him, because he's got size. Stockamp, such a big player, 6'4", 180 pounds. And that's really what you're looking for out of your junior wide receiver. Kind of replaces Isaac Stinson in a way. Of course, Stinson last season, one of the greatest to ever do it in Hallsville history, set some records for the Indians along with his quarterback mate, Braden Matheny, but Stockamp looking to replicate.
3rd down and 9. Motion to the right side. Looking back to the left. This one going to be broken up. Intended to Stockamp. It was number 12 for Boonville, the safety, Darren Leonard, who broke it up.
And that play had worked earlier, but you can't run the same thing twice on this Boonville squad. They are going to be able to adjust. You see Cunningham looking to the right side, but Boonville knew he wanted to throw left, and so they covered it up.
Hallsville looking to the sideline. Now 1 minute, 10 seconds remaining after the incompletion. Looks like the Indians are going to go for it. Still waiting for directions. And possibly calling a timeout here. There has not been an official signal, and now we get one. Timeout called by Hallsville, their final. in this half.
And a big opportunity here, and that's exactly when you want to use that timeout. Give yourself some time to think with a 4th down coming up. It's a 4th and 8. And this is a key situation because you could enter halftime tied, 14-14. It's a chance. But you mess up here and you give Boonville a minute and 10 seconds to work with. Boonville still got some timeouts to play. They can work down the field the other way, so you could be seeing a big swing with some momentum if Hallsville's not able to drive it in.
Something to keep in mind right here, Boonville set to receive the second half kickoff as well. That could be potentially a very big swing if Hallsville unable to get the 4th down here and Boonville gets a touchdown out of the half.
And we've seen a couple games go like this over the past couple seasons for Hallsville. Some of these players, they're going to remember those, where you really see Hallsville, play close through 2 or 3 quarters. Right now, you're really looking at kind of the end of the second quarter into the third quarter as that potential turning point, but Hallsville hoping to avoid that if they can.
4th down and 9.
I think they might be looking to kick.
Bunched up formation, and it looks like they're going to kick.
This is the first field goal attempt that Hallsville's had ever since I've been calling games. That's the past 3 years.
Ready for the snap. Here we go. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is up and does not have the distance. No good on the field goal. Boonville going to get it back at their own 9.
Wow, the first field goal attempt in the Coach Stevens era. Classic not able to get it to go through. Seemed to be on target, just couldn't get enough foot on the ball. Just a freshman kicker for the Indians, and you're going to be wishing that he had been able to put that through, but only so much you can do. And Boonville, like I mentioned, they're going to have some momentum now.
So Boonville getting it at the 20-yard line. 1 minute, 6 seconds remaining. See if they try to put some points here on the board. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff, does Huff. He's got some room to run up the middle. Now diving to the turf with a gain of 8.
Good run by Huff, and that's what you're looking for out of a mobile quarterback. Huff has shown off the ability to run with the football, but
Boonville offense doesn't seem to be in any hurry. Hand off to the left side. McDonald with some room to run. Outside of the numbers, gets outside and out of bounds at the 33-yard line for a 1st down, and more importantly, stops that clock with 39 seconds remaining.
And Boonville's going to have to use the outside here unless they want to use those timeouts, and with the lower the clock, you're still feeling like, hey, we can do a little bit of work here, but that Hallsville defense, really, you're just focusing on not allowing big plays right now. You're okay with them getting 5-yard plays. You're okay with them getting, these short yardage situations because of the clock.
Remaining in a shotgun formation. McDonald in the backfield. Now the snap. Motion to the right. Huff looking for a pass. He's going to try and send it over, but breaking up that one. It appears to be, let's see here.
Jack Wooden. What a play. Wooden jumping up from the defensive line and able to swat that one away. I mean, that's what you're going to get out of your defensive lineman. He's getting high fives all around, and you can see why. Wooden, not just a guy who can rush the passer, but he can also play out wide and chase down your quarterback.
Looked like number 8 to me initially. Obviously not the case there. 33 seconds, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, he's got that little pack on his back. Likes to crunch up that number.
Bunched up formation, hand off to the right side. McDonald with some room to run. He's got space. Tackle, nice tackle.
That is a beautiful tackle by Lawson Burks.
But a potentially touchdown-saving tackle by Lawson Burks. 1st down now. Boonville still in their own territory, but driving. They're going to just send this one to the ground, stop the clock with 20 seconds remaining.
Not only was that tackle huge from Burks to stop the touchdown, but he tackled him in bounds. And that kept the clock running as well. They're not even into Hallsville territory yet with just 20 seconds to go in the half.
And they're going to need to try and air this one out. Bunched up formation, though, only one man out wide. McDonald gets it, moving to his left, now cuts north-south, moving through some Hallsville defenders, brought down at about the 35-yard line. Again, a first down. Now 13 seconds, 14 seconds remaining. They're going to have to spike this one again, and that's what they do.
And you see you go from 20 seconds to 10 seconds. You get about 15, 20 yards on the carry, but if you do that once more, you're still not in the end zone, and that's the end of the half. So if you're Hallsville, again, you are okay with that. That's what you want to do as long as you tackle him in bounds, and all you got to do is do that one more time or just keep slowing him down.
The appearance of a running formation again. Now the snap. Moving to his left is Huffy's going to keep this one tackled inbound, and I'd have to imagine this will be the end of the half.
They still had one more timeout, and so Boonville calling it with 3 seconds to go.
Gain of 4 on that play. Now 3rd and 6. Not that that matters. They're just going to have to chuck this one up as far as they can, send it toward the end zone, and put up a Hail Mary.
Yeah, and this is a spot where you certainly can get it there. You talk about the ball getting snapped from the 33. There could be worse spots to be in. And a quarterback like Tatum Huff, he can get it to the end zone. We've seen him release, but just got to be accurate with it. And Hallsville's got to make sure that they're playing man. Don't leave anyone open. You're going to be able to do that as long as you are set up well. I'd be interested to see if they send 4 or 3 on the defensive line or if they go for an all-out blitz.
Would be an aggressive move.
Stevens has been aggressive.
You never know. You never know.
Stevens has been aggressive in his Hallsville career, and I would not be shocked if he did decide to send a blitz at this point in the game. Now, not something that often would happen in this situation, and with 3 stepping up to the defensive line, it doesn't appear that that will be the case. But do watch out for Wyatt Morris and on the near side as well, 55, Giesler.
5 defenders deep for Hallsville. 5 men close to the line, 2 receivers out right, 1 to the left. Here's the snap out of the shotgun. Looking right, throwing deep is Huff into the end zone. This one tipped up onto the ground. Incomplete. Nearly a touchdown for Boonville. Not quite. And Hallsville avoids disaster on the final play of the first half. The score heading into halftime, 14-6 Pirates.
My goodness, the one thing you tell defensive backs in the high school level, bat the ball down. That ball did not get batted down. At that point in time, your biggest focus is just getting the ball to the grass. That was not what the defensive back did. Popped it up. Brad Norberry nearly brought it in, but when you realize you make a mistake, you go back and immediately try and correct it, and that's what Hallsville did. They knocked the ball out of the hands of Norberry, barely avoiding that one being a touchdown for Boonville.
One score game, 14-6, heading into half. Austin Thomas, your thoughts?
Well, it's been rather impressive from Hallsville's defense. Honestly, their defense has been very good today, very strong, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do in the second half. It's going to be a little bit cooler now, so maybe able to stay out on the field a little bit longer. I believe that the water breaks will still be in effect for the second half, but those will be more so to kind of catch your breath and be ready to go mentally rather than anything else. So it could certainly continue to work in Hallsville's direction defensively, but the offense just came up just short there at the end, and they've continued to show the ability to get down the field. I would not be putting Hallsville out of this game just yet. Only an 8-point game. They certainly can come back, but really right now, and what you've seen throughout Coach Stevens' career from last year and this year, in the regular season, the storyline has been the inability to finish close games. And so I'll be interested to see if the playoffs have done anything to change that. Of course, Hallsville made a deep playoff run last year, made it to the state quarterfinals under Coach Stevens. Finally, everything started to click. This year, obviously, you saw the close loss last week against Centralia. We'll see if they can perform in the second half here tonight against Boonville.
Well, the Silver Pirate Marching Band getting ready to take the field. Homecoming festivities are underway in Boonville, and the score 14-6 Pirates as we have reached halftime here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Yeah, we'll be back in about 15 minutes. I'm Austin Thomas, joined by Matthew Gustafson here from Boonville.
We need you. We need you. We need you.
We need you now more than ever.
The Southern Boone School District is hiring part-time bus drivers for route athletics and activities with no experience necessary. Our drivers enjoy flexible work hours, paid on-site CDL training, and paid time off, all while helping our community. The position offers competitive pay. Go visit sbschools.us/employment.
We need you.
At Southern Boone School District, our educators do more than just teach. Lives are being shaped for the future before they even enter a classroom. For students to succeed, it takes an entire district-wide team. Our students need you. Join Southern Boone School District's team today, now offering competitive salaries and benefits for all positions. Visit ashland.k12.mo.us and click on the Employment tab.
At the Southern Boone Area YMCA, we're more than a gym. We're a community. From youth sports that teach teamwork and confidence, to group fitness classes that bring energy and encouragement, to programs that support your health and well-being at every age. The Y is here for you. Join your neighbors, your friends, your family, and discover how the Y can help you grow stronger in spirit, mind, and body. The Southern Boone Area YMCA is where community comes together. Stop by and see us at 405 South Main Street in Ashland, or give us a call at 573-657-9622. Southern Boone Area YMCA, here for good.
At the Tin Roof Monogram and Gift, we know a gift is more than a box or a bag with a pretty bow. A gift is the lifetime of love that you share. It's friends who grow as close as family. It's moments and milestones, both big and small. Whether receiving or giving, a gift brings joy and happiness. That's why, since 2018, we've made it easier to gift for those you love. Stop by the Tin Roof Monogram and Gift at 108 Corporate Lake Drive in Columbia, or call 573-443-4438. Let us help you find that perfect gift for every occasion.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
Since 1951, Ren's Automotive has been the leader in complete automotive and tire services, proudly serving the Ashland community and southern Boone County area. Servicing all makes and models of vehicles, customer satisfaction is their top priority. If your vehicle leaves you stranded, no need to worry, as Ren's Automotive offers 24-hour towing services. To schedule an appointment, call 573-657-4614 or stop by and see Terry, Peggy, Derek, and the crew at 124 East Broadway in Ashland. Ren's Automotive, your full-service automotive repair shop for over 70 years.
County Journal.
The Boone County Journal is the hometown newspaper of Ashland and Hartsburg since 1969. We know you're busy. Let us keep up with Southern Boone happenings for you. We cover social events, school sports, local government, Southern Boone history, obituaries, and more. Subscribe to the Journal today and get the paper delivered to your mailbox every Wednesday. Digital version also available. Call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojo.com. Independent and veteran owned.
There's no better way to celebrate a special event or show someone just how important they are to you than gifting them something handcrafted from Country with a Heart. Handmade in mid-Missouri, Country with a Heart specializes in hand-built woodworking projects for every occasion. Their design collection includes children's furniture, doll furniture, household items, holiday decor, outdoor decorations, custom projects, and everything in between. To view their full inventory of projects, visit countrywithaheart.com and find them on Facebook by joining the Country with a Heart group page.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. This state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
At Hallsville School District, our educators do more than just teach. Lives are being shaped for the future before they even enter a classroom. For students to succeed, it takes an entire district-wide team. Join Hallsville School District's team today, now offering competitive salaries and benefits for all positions. Visit hallsville.org and click on the employment link under Our District tab.
Attention Indians fans, here's your chance to help the student athletes of Hallsville by becoming a member of the Hallsville Athletic Boosters. Your gifts help provide all Hallsville athletes with a safe and positive experience while attending our school district, and also help purchase items that our sports team couldn't otherwise afford. You can join the Hallsville Athletic Boosters this season for as little as $25. Membership is open to everyone. Interested in joining? Look them up on Facebook by searching Hallsville Athletic Boosters or email them at hallsvilleathleticboosters@gmail.com. Let's go Indians!
Hi, I'm retired Army Sergeant Trent Dirks, and I want to tell you about an organization that saved and changed my life forever. Retrieving Freedom provides highly trained service dogs to veterans with disabilities and children with autism, absolutely free of charge, thanks to the generous donations and support from people just like you. Experts from Retrieving Freedom help throughout the entire process, from fostering programs through service dog placement. Retrieving Freedom gave me the skilled service dog Tracer, who has been my best friend and my lifeline. To find out more about how you can get involved, volunteer, foster, or to donate, visit their website, retrievingfreedom.org. Retrieving Freedom, changing lives through the training and placement of service dogs for veterans with disabilities and children with autism.
Seeking to express your unique style? How about healthier, clear skin? Look no further than Mary Kay. For more than 60 years, Mary Kay has been offering a wide range of high-quality makeup and skincare products that empower you to shine and stand out in any setting. From luscious lipsticks to vibrant eyeshadows, flawless foundations to glowing highlights, moisturizing serum to blemish and acne regimens, Mary Kay's got you covered. If you don't have a Mary Kay beauty consultant, then I've got you covered. To get your best skin, call me, Cassandra Gazway, today at 417-684-2667 or visit online at marykay.com/Cassandra Gazway.
Power equipment is always cool, always. Well, unless it's not working, then power equipment is expensive. Always. Unless you get it checked with Salter Lawn Service. Don't worry about saving up for something new. Just let the experienced experts at Salter Lawn Service repair your small engines. With pickup and delivery available, saving you time and saving your wallet.
Hey, this is Stacy Salter with Salter Lawn Service. One call, we do it all. You can find us at salterlawnservice.com.
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
We need you. We need you. We need you.
We need you now more than ever.
The Southern Boone School District is hiring part-time bus drivers for route athletics and activities with no experience necessary. Our drivers enjoy flexible work hours, paid on-site CDL training, and paid time off, all while helping our community. The position offers competitive pay. Go visit sbschools.us/employment.
We need you!
At Southern Boone School District, our educators do more than just teach. Lives are being shaped for the future before they even enter a classroom. For students to succeed, it takes an entire district-wide team. Our students need you. Join Southern Boone School District's team today, now offering competitive salaries and benefits for all positions. Visit ashland.k12.mo.us and click on the Employment tab.
At the Southern Boone Area YMCA, we're more than a gym. We're a community. From youth sports that teach teamwork and confidence, to group fitness classes that bring energy and encouragement, to programs that support your health and well-being at every age, the Y is here for you. Join your neighbors, your friends, your family, and discover how the Y can help you grow stronger in spirit, mind, and body. The Southern Boone Area YMCA is where community comes together. Stop by and see us at 405 South Main Street in Ashland, or give us a call at 573-657-9622. Southern Boone Area YMCA, here for good.
At the Tin Roof Monogram and Gift, we know a gift is more than a box or a bag with a pretty bow. A gift is the lifetime of love that you share. It's friends who grow as close as family. It's moments and milestones, both big and small. Whether receiving or giving, a gift brings joy and happiness. That's why, since 2018, we've made it easier to gift for those you love. Stop by the Tin Roof Monogram and Gift at 108 Corporate Lake Drive in Columbia, or call 573-443-4438. Let us help you find that perfect gift for every occasion.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
Since 1951, Ren's Automotive has been the leader in complete automotive and tire services, proudly serving the Ashland community and southern Boone County area. Servicing all makes and models of vehicles, customer satisfaction is their top priority. If your vehicle leaves you stranded, no need to worry, as Ren's Automotive offers 24-hour towing services. To schedule an appointment, call 573-657-4614 or stop by and see Terry, Peggy, Derek, and the crew at 124 East Broadway in Ashland. Ren's Automotive, your full-service automotive repair shop for over 70 years.
The Boone County Journal is the hometown newspaper of Ashland and Hartsburg since 1969. We know you're busy. Let us keep up with Southern Boone happenings for you. We cover social events, school sports, local government, Southern Boone history, obituaries, and more. Subscribe to the Journal today and get the paper delivered to your mailbox every Wednesday. Digital version also available. Call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojo.com. Independent and veteran owned.
There's no better way to celebrate a special event or show someone just how important they are to you than gifting them something handcrafted from Country with a Heart. Handmade in mid-Missouri, Country with a Heart specializes in hand-built woodworking projects for every occasion. Their design collection includes children's furniture, doll furniture, household items, holiday decor, outdoor decorations, custom projects, and everything in between. To view their full inventory of projects, visit countrywithaheart.com and find them on Facebook by joining the Country with a Heart group page.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. The state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
At Hallsville School District, our educators do more than just teach. Lives are being shaped for the future before they even enter a classroom. For students to succeed, it takes an entire district-wide team. Join Hallsville School District's team today, now offering competitive salaries and benefits for all positions. Visit hallsville.org and click on the employment link under Our District tab.
Attention Indians fans, here's your chance to help the student athletes of Hallsville by becoming a member of the Hallsville Athletic Boosters. Your gifts help provide all Hallsville athletes with a safe and positive experience while attending our school district, and also help purchase items that our sports team couldn't otherwise afford. You can join the Hallsville Athletic Boosters this season for as little as $25. Membership is open to everyone. Interested in joining? Look them up on Facebook by searching Hallsville Athletic Boosters or email them at hallsvilleathleticboosters@gmail.com. Let's go Indians!
And welcome back into Hallsville football here on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Austin Thomas, joined by Matthew Gustafson. Second half just about to get underway, and man, it's been an exciting one so far. Hallsville not dropping out of this game just yet, but they trail 14-6 here. And, just giving some quick thoughts on the game. You look at the second half, obviously talked about it at the end of the first. Feel like Hallsville is going to need to keep up that defensive pressure. More than anything, just got to keep doing what they've been doing in that first half. And if they're able to keep doing that, they're bound to break through. And it's just a matter of time before they can make this comeback. But they've got to keep standing strong. We'll see if they can. Matt, your thoughts?
The keys to this second half, number one, on defense. You have been very, very strong inside, preventing those inside rushes from being successful. The success for this Boonville offense has come to the outside, both in terms of the passing game and the outside zone rushes. If you slow down those outside zone rushes, then the defense should hold strong in this second half. On offense, you've got to open up the passing game. We saw it once, that big gain via the air that led to that touchdown. You got to do it again, and you got to start connecting more over the middle. I think if you can do that, then the offense is going to open up.
Yeah, you've seen some big plays through the air, but none that have scored. All of the points so far have come on the ground. Let's take a look back at how it all happened. First off, Boonville, a 19-yard rushing touchdown from Alex McDonald to start off the scoring. Took him about 10 minutes to do so. 5:46 to go in the first quarter. Made it 7-0 after the PAT was good from Brody Porter. Hallsville responded the very next drive with a touchdown of their own. A 1-yard rush from Landon Cunningham. Made it 7-6, but the 2-point conversion was no good. So it remained 7-6, and it remained that score for a while. But 4:59 to go in the second quarter. That's when Boonville would break through yet again. A 5-yard rushing touchdown for Alex McDonald, his second score of the night, and that came off of another nearly 50-yard run earlier in the drive as well. Helped make it 14-6 after the PAT again was good for Boonville. So 14-6 the score, as neither team managed to put up points after that, and so we currently see it sitting where it is. And for Hallsville, they had some momentum after that touchdown from Cunningham, but weren't able to keep it going. And Boonville doing a good job of just making sure that Hallsville is not able to put up anything more. But real quick, we're going to go ahead and step aside, and then when we come back, it's time for kickoff. The second half kickoff comes up after this, presented to you by Cassandra Gazaway, Mary Kay Independent Beauty Consultant.
Seeking to express your unique style? How about healthier, clear skin? Look no further than Mary Kay. For more than 60 years, Mary Kay has been offering a wide range of high-quality makeup and skincare products that empower you to shine and stand out in any setting. From luscious lipsticks to vibrant eyeshadows, flawless foundations to glowing highlights, moisturizing serum to blemish and acne regimens, Mary Kay's got you covered. If you don't have a Mary Kay beauty consultant, then I've got you covered. To get your best skin, call me, Cassandra Gazway, today at 417-684-2667 or visit online at marykay.com/Cassandra Gazway.
And back in on the Show Me Sports Network, it's almost time for second half kickoff presented by Cassandra Gazaway. Mary Kay, independent beauty consultant. I'm Austin Thomas, joined by Matthew Gustafson, and excited to see how these two teams respond. If you're looking at certain players right now to keep an eye on for the second half, how can you not talk about Abe Rhodes for the Hallsville side? He's made some big plays early on for them, but still waiting for that big breakaway gain. And also, of course, still looking to be the first receiving touchdown for either team tonight. And on the side for Boonville, of course, I feel like you got to mention Braylon Ellison, somebody who obviously is a key part to this team and not somebody who's going to show up in the box score too often. Defensively hasn't really been too big of a focal point so far, despite being one of the biggest defensive tackles on this team. And on the offensive side, the run game in short yard situations has been stuffed relatively well, although he's been strong on those outside runs. We'll see if he can continue to step it up on the outside run and if that's what Boonville continues to go with.
Another name to watch for Boonville, the running back Alex McDonald, arguably their most productive player on offense in that first half. If Hallsville can prevent that from being the case in the second half, that's going to give them a much better chance of winning this one. So ready to get underway. Now about 15 seconds remaining on the clock, getting ready for this second half to kick off.
You got a Hallsville player to keep an eye on?
Let's see here. Well, I've talked about the passing game, so I'm just going to go with the obvious choice and say Landon Cunningham.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. You know, I would have considered saying Cunningham as well. I feel like near that end of the first quarter, he was really starting to feel it. You could see him kind of connecting with his players. The question is whether or not he'll be able to return to that and see if he continues to have the confidence, because I really haven't seen the passing game utilized nearly as much in the second quarter as it was in the first.
Getting ready, Hallsville about to kick it off from their own 40. Two men back deep for Boonville. Possibility for an onside kick. We'll see what happens. Here's the onside. It does not go 10 yards. Boonville falls on it at their own 45.
Boonville doing what they needed to do, and now they get the ball in good field positioning, and something that you saw a ton last year is going for that onside kick. That's the first time we've seen that this game, but we'll be interested to see if that's something that they'll continue to use, because near the end of last season, they really shied away from it.
45-yard line.
Now 3 men in the backfield. The T formation for Boonville to kick off this second half. Handoff up the middle to McDonald, plunging forward for a gain of 6 on first down.
Good run there, and part of what I said is you're looking for Braylon Ellison to step up, but not just him. You're really looking for that interior offensive line to step up as well. You're looking at the rest of the Boonville line, like Wade Frederick, Caden Thacker, and Blaine Benjamin, to see if they'll be able to provide that interior run.
Back to the T formation, 2 running backs, handoff to the left side. Going out wide is McDonald. He's going to get tripped up in the backfield. That was number 9, Luke Peasley, for Hallsville making that stop. Boonville goes backward, and now it's 3rd down and 9.
Man, it's a luxury to have, you know, really 2 superstars on the defensive line, Jack Wooden and Luke Peasley. You see Peasley making his name known on that play after Wooden made his name known in the first half plenty.
So now a 3rd down and long. Looking to the sideline is the Boonville offense. In the shotgun, one man to the left, two along the right side. Here's the snap to Tatum Huff. Man in motion first, now the snap. Huff moving right, looking right. Gonna throw downfield, intended target, Layden Cruz, and he's gonna make the catch. Tackled at the ankles. He's all the way down to the red zone near the 17-yard line for a big first down.
And putting the freshman cornerback Wyatt Riley in coverage, maybe not the right idea. Riley just really got mossed in a way, but a perfectly placed ball by Tatum Huff. Nothing that he could do to stop Landon Kahns.
Landon Kahns makes the reception now. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Hands it off, left side, a gap. Easy touchdown for Alex McDonald. Nobody touches him as he makes his way to the end zone, and Boonville quickly extends their lead.
Big time run, and exactly what you want to say. And I mean, what can you say? Offensive line creating the gaps, and the run game is certainly effective right now.
Brody Porter on to attempt the PAT, 2 for 2 on the day. Puts it up through the uprights. That one's good. And the score now 21-6 Pirates. Quick drive as well. 7:17 remaining in this third quarter. And Hallsville going to get the ball back.
McDonald 3 rushing touchdowns on the game, and he is continuing to really prove himself as a running back here at the high school level. He's now got 6 rushing touchdowns through 3 games to add to a receiving touchdown as well. I mean, just doing everything right now for this Boonville offense.
Well, I talked about the importance of stopping Alex McDonald, not something that they've been able to do, obviously, early on in this second half. And haven't really been able to do so throughout this game. So now 2 men going back for Hallsville. Looks like Gabe Jenkins and Dalvin Smith. Brody Porter getting ready to kick it off. It's low. This one a knuckleball over to the sideline, out of bounds again and again. Hallsville will get it at their own 35-yard line on the flag.
Good spot to be in for Hallsville, but they have got to make sure that they do something with this situation. Hallsville had the offense move down to the red zone their last drive that they had, but got to break through across. Now down 15 on the scoreboard. You're going to have to score some touchdowns.
So the Indians back out on offense. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left in the slot. Multiple men in the backfield. Here's the snap, handoff to Smith. Looking to move along the right side, breaks a couple of tackles, brought down for a gain of 2.
That's a good run right there. He had to break through a tackle in the backfield before he was able to work his way up the field and able to get a few yards out of it. That's a very impressive play and something that you love to see out of the man from the backfield.
Now 2nd and 8. That was a gain of 3 there, so rather 2nd and 7 from the 43-yard line. Taking the snap, empty backfield, and we're going to get a penalty. False start on the Hallsville offense. That'll push them back 5 yards.
I might be mistaken, but that's one of the first penalties that we've seen this game.
5-yard penalty.
I mean, the flags have certainly been kept in the pockets
I think
of the referees.
Prior to that, the only 2 penalties during this game were both on Brody Porter, the Boonville kicker, when he kicked it out of bounds.
Yeah.
Now 2nd and 12. Empty backfield, 5 wide. Quick pass. That one intended and caught by Abe Rhodes. A short gain of 4, and that makes it 3rd and 9.
Yeah, my player to watch, as I had mentioned coming out of the half, but just not able to break off that one. Obviously wrapped up right around the line, and you're okay with a 4-yard gain, but doing it on 2nd and 13, a little bit different than doing it on 1st down.
So now 9 yards to the line to gain on 3rd down. Shotgun formation in the backfield. Wyatt Morris alongside Landon Cunningham. Looks left, throws left, incomplete pass intended for Jack Stockamp. He just couldn't quite hold on to that one. Would have been a first down.
And the route was perfect. The throw was timed up, and it was accurate, but just couldn't get caught by Stockamp, and a missed opportunity right there. And part of what I mentioned earlier about Isaac Stinson being gone, you've got to have players stepping up, and they've got some room to grow.
Going for it on fourth down. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Cunningham stepping back. Looks like he's going to punt this one. He does. It's a good one. That one trailing down toward the 20. Going to land right around the 20-yard line. A really good punt right there from Landon Cunningham.
Yeah, you've been kind of waiting to see that leg unleash and really seeing it right there. Over 40 yards on the punt. Very impressive for a guy that's been averaging about 28 yards per punt prior to this point.
So this one marked out at the 21-yard line. Boonville are going to start in their own territory. Looking for an opportunity to really cement this lead. Currently a 15-point advantage for the Pirates. Looking to the sideline. Bunched up formation right now. Logan Kahn's the only man out wide to the left. Huff with the snap, hands it off to McDonald along the right side. Tripped up after a gain of about 3. Boonville continuing to use that outside zone.
It's been successful. This ground game has been great coming out of the locker room, and see if they can keep it going, and Hallsville going to need to make some adjustments.
Gain of 4 on first down. Boonville continuing to be run heavy. Outside of that one big gain, haven't seen a lot of that in the passing play. Hands it off again, this time inside zone to McDonald, breaks a tackle, getting out wide. Room to run, going north-south. He's going to be pushed out of bounds in Hallsville territory. Trips over a bench, tumbles onto the track. He looks like he's okay. A big first down and a big gain by Abe McDonald.
Yeah, dangerous spot right there as he goes tumbling over a bench. Glad to see he's all right, but at that point in time, usually you got a lot of teammates there to kind of slow you down as you go running, but he just had such a full head of steam. Nothing his teammates could really do to stop him from barreling forward.
First and 10, 46-yard line of Hallsville. T formation, hand off to McDonald, runs it up the gut, stopped for about a gain of 3 or 4. Flag on the play. Thrown along the left side. We'll see who this goes on. A penalty that could have the potential to stall out this drive, though again, only first down.
Holding against the Pirates.
Holding call against Boonville. The Pirates are going to be moving backward.
Yeah, but we'll see by how much, because that holding happened across the 40-yard line, so we'll see where exactly they spot the football and where they mark the penalty from.
Seemingly a little bit of confusion right now.
I'd like to thank the Rick Ball family of dealerships.
The ball briefly being placed at the 41. Now they're going to move it 10 yards back to the 49-yard line of Boonville. The Pirates back in their own territory. And now first and 15.
After the penalty, the Pirates will have first and 15.
So again, a bunched up formation. Only one receiver out wide. Snap. Fakes it. Huff keeps it with room to run up the left side. He's going to get the first down and more. Finally pushed out of bounds by Hallsville. That was number 55, the defensive end, Carter Geisler, who pushed him out of bounds, but a big gain on the quarterback keeper. Makes it a first down at the Hallsville 32-yard line.
And that was another big run to the outside, and it's one that started kind of up the middle, but once you break up the middle, everyone kind of pinches in, and then Huff just had to make a cut to the outside, and boom, wide open.
The running game continues to be effective for Boonville. One receiver to the left and to the right. Multiple men in the backfield, handing it off to McDonald. Along the left side, evades several defenders, finally is forced out of bounds by Lawson Burks. Another first down gain, a gain of 12.
Offensive line again continuing to show off right there because it was one that didn't seem to be a very clean handoff at first. It took a long time to get the ball into the hands of Alex McDonald, but the offensive line did their job and more, holding their blocks until late and allowing McDonald the space to work forward.
Now 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line of Hallsville. Shotgun formation, handoff. McDonald rather faked, moving along the right side. The quarterback Huff. It's a race to the pylon, and he's going to win it. Touchdown for the Pirates. The Boonville running game continues to work its magic, and Boonville now has a commanding 27-6 lead.
And the first points that weren't from Alex McDonald for Boonville. McDonald had all 3 touchdowns prior to this point. Well, I guess I shouldn't say all points because, of course, their kicker, Porter, who's out here right now.
Porter on to attempt the PAT. The hold is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good.
And the extra point.
The score now 28-6. A commanding lead for the Pirates on homecoming. And Hallsville desperately looking for a response now with 7:30 to go in this third quarter.
And the toughest thing right now is for Boonville, all of their points, all of their touchdowns have come from inside the 20. They have not had the big plays to score. It's been working the ball into the red zone and then punching it in when they needed to. And that makes it so tough for Hallsville because it's not something that you look at and say, okay, we made one big mistake. It's right now, Boonville is just punching it down the throats of Hallsville, and there's nothing right now the Indians can do. They're going to have to make adjustments, like I mentioned, in order to stop this run game.
So Boonville getting ready to kick off again. Brody Porter going to kick it off. See if they continue to end up booting this toward the sideline. Kick more this time up the middle, fielded at the 15-yard line. Moving to his left with space, getting outside, evading one tackle. Moving still on his feet. He plunges through into Boonville territory. A big, big gain from Gabe Jenkins.
Nearly 40 yards on that, called a 37-yard return, and if he had broken through that final tackle,
that
he
would have
was
been
gone.
a touchdown. Massive tackle by Boonville, but Hallsville with some offensive momentum starting in Pirates territory.
Yeah, you talk about momentum. Right now, the momentum really hasn't helped out Hallsville this game. Even though they scored the touchdown earlier, they had some momentum on their side, weren't able to make anything of it. So right now, you're just trying to build up something from scratch.
1st and 10 at the 48, man in motion. Hand off on the jet sweep. That's Jenkins again, getting outside to the left, tripped up. That's going to be a gain of 5 on first down.
I think that's a real veteran move right there from Jenkins. After he was tripped up, he realized he wasn't going to stay on his feet, so he dove forward, was able to get an extra yard off of that dive, and instead of being 2nd and 7, it's 2nd and 6.
I see what you did there. Trips to the right, 2 men to the left, empty backfield for Landon Cunningham. Quick pass, batted down at the line, making it 3rd and 6.
Yeah,
There's been a couple of passes that have been deflected at the line today by Boonville.
Well, that's going to happen when you throw those flats, and one of the very few things that could go wrong on that flat route, at least for Hallsville, but you do it so many times, and they're going to catch on.
Wouldn't be shocked if this is 4-down territory. Empty backfield for Cunningham. Trips right, 2 men to the left. Here's the snap. Quick throw to the left. It's a completion and a little bit more of eating a tackle and getting downfield is Jack Stockamp. He's going to have the first down at the 31-yard line.
And Landon Cunningham, what a throw under pressure. Nobody was blocking the man who blitzed up the middle. Cunningham did not care. He made the throw under pressure and then took the hit afterwards. Kind of jumped up a little bit softly and walked gingerly, but seems like he'll stay out there, and good to see.
So now first down at that 31-yard line. Again, going empty backfield, 4 men to the right. Quick pass, completion to Dalvin Smith. He evades 2 defenders, but he's going to be going backwards. A loss of 2 yards on that first down play.
Yeah, and the throw not a good one, way behind Dalvin Smith. And for Smith, you just got to have the mindset to not catch that one. It's not going to look good. You're not going to want to drop it, but the smart thing to do there would have been to let it hit the ground.
I wonder, given where Smith was, if he doesn't catch that, that might have been a lateral pass and therefore would have been a live ball and a fumble. Next snap, Cunningham looking right, throws right, almost intercepted by the Boonville defense. Intended receiver was Lawson Burks, now third down. And we're going to get a timeout.
Yeah, Brad Norberry, great coverage there. Great coverage for Brad Norberry, and that's exactly what you want to see out of a name who we've called his name a few times tonight. Norberry doing a phenomenal job defensively, and he's been big offensively as well. So I've been impressed with what I've seen from him.
So now 3rd and 13 at the 34-yard line, the Boonville 34-yard line, and you'd have to imagine in this situation, given the state of the game, again, a 28-6 deficit for Hallsville, 6:01 remaining in this third quarter, you'd have to imagine this is 4-down territory.
Yeah, I would have to imagine so as well, because you look at this Hallsville team, and they right now do not want to start 0-3. I mean, you look at a team, obviously you look at last year, 2-7 in the regular season. Did it really matter? No, because they won 3 games in the playoffs. But you can't rely on that, because you are going to go up against good teams at some point, and especially early on in the playoffs, you don't want that to happen.
Now 3rd down, 13 yards to the line to gain. Shotgun formation. Looking to his left, it's Cunningham now throwing up the middle. Incompletion off the hands of number 10, Gabe Jenkins. Again, tries to go up the middle, not quite able to make that connection, and now 4th down.
And it seems like a little miscommunication right there. Cunningham wanted to take a little more inside, and, well, Jenkins was more to the outside on that pass and just a little bit off, and it was enough to make it so that Jenkins couldn't bring it in.
4th down, the Indians are going to go for it. Shotgun formation, 3 men to the left, 1 to the right. Looking toward the sideline, it's going to be a timeout called by Hallsville.
And an interesting spot here. Again, that no man's land, but you're looking at 4th and 13. And for a quarterback who has been struggling to find a connection with his receivers tonight so far, you're kind of just waiting to see what he's going to end up doing, because obviously it's a passing situation. You're not going to try and run it here. You had a 4th down earlier in the game where you went to Abe Rhodes on the sideline, and he was able to get about 6 yards or so on the play, but it wasn't enough to get you to the sticks. Wasn't relatively close either, and so you got to go further down field here. But do you trust him as much? This game, he's been very clean with the football. No interceptions, no fumbles for Cunningham. He had 4 interceptions in the 2 games entering tonight. So do you give him the opportunity to throw the ball down the field, or do you just try and go to another mid-range pass?
Might be time to take a risk. We'll see what happens. Trips left, single man to the right. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Cunningham looking left, going to throw deep. Tries to find the man on the corner route. That one beyond the outstretched arms of the receiver. The 4th down is not converted, and it's a turnover on downs. Boonville going to get the ball back at their own 34.
Again, hyper-targeting Gabe Jenkins right now, and understandably so, as he's been so good this season, but not working, especially when you've got great coverage like you saw from Boonville right there.
5:43 remaining. 5:53 rather remaining in this third quarter. 28-6 this score. And you'd have to imagine a touchdown here would just about seal it for the Boonville Pirates. Multiple men in the backfield. Now the tight end moves up, so shotgun formation. Tatum Huff, Alex McDonald, a man in motion. Here's the snap. Hand it off to McDonald, flag on the play. Gain of about 2. Multiple flags on the play now. See, this could potentially be an illegal formation, given that they ended up throwing the flags right as the ball was snapped.
It seems like they're discussing it, which is interesting. A lot of the times you're going to have a quick signal, but the referees maybe in disagreement or had different calls on what they saw.
So awaiting the ruling. The ball has been picked up, and they're going to be moving this forward. So a penalty on the Hallsville defense, and a big one, a 15-yard penalty, will move this into Indians territory. 1st and 10, now at the 47-yard line for Boonville. No official announcement as to what the penalty was, but a 15-yard.
Well, he put the hands on the head, and I believe that's unsportsmanlike conduct. But I don't know my referee signals as well.
Another whistle now, and the officials are going to again confer. Looks like a discussion happening right now between Indians head coach Paul Stevens and the officials, trying to figure out exactly what's going on here.
I feel like my mom trying to use the internet right now because I can't figure out what search terms to use to get me the call. Oh, wait, I might have found it. I'm trying to figure out what the signal was. I'm not as... It's a very uncommon signal, I believe, but we'll see if it is. Gotta zoom in here. Oh, man.
And it's blurry.
It's blurry. What's going on here, man?
Well, Austin's going to try and figure that one out. 1st and 10, 47-yard line. Man in motion for Boonville. They're going to hand it off right up the middle by McDonald. Evades the tackler, falling forward, and a good gain on 1st down. It's going to make it 2nd and 2, or rather 3.
Gain of 7 on the play. 2nd and 3 for the Pirates.
So a gain of 7 on the play by McDonald, who continues to be the focal point of this Boonville offense. Two receivers stacked to the left, one to the right. Shotgun formation, faking the handoff, keeping it is Huff. Has room to run out to the left, is going to get out of bounds around the 30-yard line. A 1st down for Boonville.
Illegal substitution, I got it.
There we go. I wouldn't imagine that's a 15-yard penalty, though.
I guess it is. Too many men on the field.
Boonville looking to its own sideline. The offense continuing to march as it has so often in this second half and late in the first half. Handoff, McDonald. A lot of room to run, getting out to his right. A penalty on the play, and he's going to stay on his feet all the way to the end zone, to the house for a touchdown. We'll see if this one gets called back.
Flags did appear. There are 2 flags
holding on the
field.
offense. No touchdown. No touchdown due to that holding call. And pretty much everybody on the field, except for the quarterback for Boonville, Tatum Huff, is going to have to make that slow walk back to the line of scrimmage. Moving the ball backward. We'll see where they place it. They place it on the 40-yard line, so 1st and 20.
Well, if you're going to have a 10-yard penalty happen, that's probably, obviously you don't want it on a touchdown, but situationally, that's probably where you would have wanted it to happen. You're up big in a game. It's first down. You can get it back. You're already deep in Hallsville territory. Now, obviously, knowing that you ended up scoring the touchdown, that changes things a little bit. But situationally, probably the best spot that you could have gotten a penalty in.
Snap, looking to pass, moving to his right, and making the completion is Huff. That's going to be a short gain of about 3. The receiver, Landon Kahns, on that play.
Yeah, well, you haven't seen Boonville go to that short pass in a while, feels like, and just going to wait and see what they can do if they want to work themselves down the field. Hallsville just trying to look for any signs of hope right now, trying to avoid Boonville going 3 for 3 on touchdowns this quarter.
So now, 2nd and 18. 2 receivers out wide, handoff to McDonald, moving to his left, has a hole, gets to the second level, plunging forward for a gain of about 6. 3rd down and 12 at the 32.
Well, it's 3rd and long, but it's certainly something that you can make happen.
And with this being 4-down territory, don't be shocked if Boonville just tries to make it 4th and manageable. Couple of substitutions into this game. McDonald, it looks like, getting a bit of a rest.
I also wouldn't be shocked if Boonville tries to make a kick as well, trying to work their field goal kicker out if they can get it closer to the sticks.
Shotgun formation, pass to the right, behind the line of scrimmage, but room to run. Going toward the red zone, stopped around the 11-yard line is Landon Kahns. He's got the first down.
Holding against the Pirates.
But another holding penalty against Boonville is going to send this one backwards.
You can see unhappiness on the sideline from the Pirates coaching staff right now. They are not happy about the holding. More so, though, directed at frustration at the players, not really at the referees, to say the least.
So the referees picking up that football, sending it back to the line.
So it still ends up being a gain. But
spot of the foul. Let's see where they place it. Placed at the 30-yard line, so essentially a gain of 2. And now it becomes 3rd and 10. 2 receivers out wide to the left, 1 to the right side. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap, hands it off. Running up the middle for Boonville, number 41.
Dylan Simmons on the carry.
And that's the sophomore Dylan Simmons. Haven't really seen him in this game. And again, making it 4th and manageable with that run up the middle. 3 yards to the line to gain. And the Boonville offense staying out there on the field.
Gain of 8 on the play. 4th and 2.
You see substitutions by both sides. 2:30 remaining in this quarter, and this feels like you gotta have it right here for Hallsville. Bunched up formation. Option play to the left side, advancing and getting more, running up the middle, tripped up, and all the way to the 2 is Huff for the first down, and now 1st and goal.
And Tatum Huff showing off the speed there and the rushing capabilities. That's all that they needed.
Stoppage. We'll see what happens here. Do not see a yellow flag on the field.
Huff is down on the field right now, I believe. Want to confirm that that's him, but a Boonville player for sure is down, and I believe that's Huff. I don't see him standing around, and saw him kind of go down a little bit rough near the end of that play, and on the ground right now. Helmet is off. Hopefully he is all right, but Boonville might have to go to their backup quarterback. So taking some time here and making sure that they're all good. Hallsville's players are on a knee and still on the ground. Huff has not been moving. And And so with that, we will head to a break here. And we'll come back once we have more news on Tatum Huff. This is the Show Me Sports Network. You're listening to Hallsville football here from Boonville.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your
Welcome back. First and goal for Boonville. The new quarterback takes it up the middle. He is stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Landon Kahn's taking snaps at quarterback, and maybe a wildcat formation, but this looks like something that could be a lengthy injury for Tatum Huff, as he had limped off to the side. He was not putting any pressure on the right foot and hopped off on one foot the entire way himself.
Landon Kahns remains in that quarterback position. Now second down, 3 yards to gain for the touchdown. T formation. Kahns takes the snap, hands it off to the left side. He's going to keep it and get stuffed again. This one's going to be a tackle for a loss all the way back to the 5. And a big third down coming up.
Hallsville is not worried about the passing game right now, and with that, they're able to kind of just send everyone up the middle, because that's all that they need to do right now to keep Boonville from moving the ball forward.
So 3rd down and 6. 3rd and goal. Landon Kahns, the new Boonville quarterback. Everyone looking to the sideline. 43 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter. And now a timeout called by Boonville.
Rather surprising to call a timeout there, but maybe just trying to give your quarterback as much time as possible, because it seems like Tatum Huff might be getting ready to come back into the game. He was getting stretched out on the table, and we'll see if he ends up coming back into the game or not, but trying to use your timeouts to slow down the game and give your quarterback some time, it makes sense.
Looks like there may also have been a little bit of confusion on that play. And like we said, the potential to seal this victory on homecoming for Boonville with the touchdown right here. 3rd and 6. Don't see Tatum Huff right now. We'll see if he walks toward that field. Doesn't appear to be the case. Looks like Landon Kahns will remain in control at quarterback for the Pirates. Wouldn't expect to see anything too crazy, given what we've seen from the Boonville kicker. That being Brody Porter. Would imagine this is within field goal range for him. Shotgun formation. Moving to his right as Kahns has room to run along the right side and runs it into the end zone. Landon Kahns, the quarterback keeper from a wide receiver, puts it into the end zone, and now 34-6 Boonville.
And that is exactly what you were hoping to have happen given the situation. I do see Tatum Huff running back into the huddle with his coach. He had said, hey, I'm good. Seems like Huff will be coming back into the game as he's got his helmet back on, but instead they'll kick the PAT here.
Porter, 4 for 4 on PATs tonight, looking to make it 5 for 5. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick is right down the middle. Now the score 35-6 with 38 seconds, or rather 3-0. 30 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter.
And Hallsville right now just can't stop that Boonville run, and they've been able to punch it in all 3 drives in the 2nd quarter.
And now you're in a situation where essentially you're going to need to score a touchdown basically every drive from here on out if you want to crawl back into this one. Still have 15 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in this game. So there is time.
There is time.
But it's going to have to start with this drive.
But more than anything right now, you're not trying to rush things. Obviously, if you want to win the game, you've got to go quick, but that should not be the focus point right now. Your focus should be working the ball downfield and showing off the offense. If you can do that, you call it a success, and you will get back into the game. But if you start rushing things, you start playing sloppy, one, you're not going to get back into the game, and two, you're not going to have any momentum for next week.
Gabe Jenkins, Dalvin Smith. Smith receiving, bobbles the ball near the 12-yard line, finally picks it up, surrounded by Boonville defenders, gets a small gain, going to be down around the 22.
He's still able to get about 10 yards off of that. Rather impressive after dropping the ball literally off of the kick. But we'll see what Hallsville ends up going with here in what is likely going to be a drive that moves into the fourth quarter.
24 seconds as the Hallsville offense takes the field. Landon Cunningham, 2 receivers out to the right, 1 out wide to the left. Nobody in the backfield. Looks left, takes the snap, going to run it up the middle. Gets a short gain of about 4 on the play.
And that probably going to be the last play of this third quarter. And, well, Hallsville right now, like I mentioned, you're just trying to work on the offense, continue to push the ball down the field, and give yourself some momentum for next week.
1 second, now zeros on the clock, and we are headed to the fourth quarter here in Boonville.
Hi, I'm retired Army Sergeant Trent Dirks, and I want to tell you about an organization that saved and changed my life forever. Retrieving Freedom provides highly trained service dogs to veterans with disabilities and children with autism, absolutely free of charge, thanks to the generous donations and support from people just like you. Experts from Retrieving Freedom help throughout the entire process, from fostering programs through service dog placement. Retrieving Freedom gave me the skilled service dog Tracer, who has been my best friend and my lifeline. To find out more about how you can get involved, volunteer, foster, or to donate, visit their website, retrievingfreedom.org. Retrieving Freedom, changing lives through the training and placement of service dogs for veterans with disabilities and children with autism.
Power equipment is always cool, always. Well, unless it's not working, then power equipment is expensive. Always. Unless you get it checked with Salter Lawn Service. Don't worry about saving up for something new. Just let the experienced experts at Salter Lawn Service repair your small engines. With pickup and delivery available, saving you time and saving your wallet.
Hey, this is Stacy Salter with Salter Lawn Service. One call, we do it all. You can find us at salterlawnservice.com.
Hallsville football back on the air here in Boonville, Missouri, as the Indians are taking on the Pirates. Quick snap to Cunningham, and it's batted down at the defensive line. Great play from Clayton Schuster to make sure that he bats that one away. It's now 3rd and 6 for the Indians, and Hallsville looking to work their way down the field. It is a 35-6 game here in the fourth quarter, 11:58 to go, just 2 seconds off the clock on that first play. I'm Austin Thomas, joined by Matthew Gustafson. Thanks for joining us tonight. Glad to be back on the call, and sorry I missed those first 2 weeks. I was unfortunately out of town for both of them. I felt bad because it's the first games that I'd missed in over 2 years. But hey, we're starting a new streak. How about that? Quick snap to Cunningham. Pressure, he gets rid of it, up to Jenkins. Jenkins up the left side, has some space. He breaks through up to the 50. He's past the 40 to the 30. He is going to go all the way. Oh, yeah, Gabe Jenkins to the house. Just 15 seconds into the fourth quarter, and the Indians have broken onto the scoreboard.
There are few plays in football that are more effective when they are done right than a tunnel screen. You see the tunnel screen there, and he had 3 blockers that were leading the way for Gabe Jenkins, and with his speed, he was gone.
A huge breakthrough, call it 70 yards for Gabe Jenkins, and I believe that means that he has broken 100 yards in this game. I don't have the official stats in front of me, but I'm pretty sure he's had a couple of catches before then that would have totaled 30. So it's a 35-12 game. Snap to Cunningham. He's going to look to throw, batted down at the D-line again. Cunningham just not getting that ball up enough over the defensive line. It's been batted down about 5 times now this game, and that means the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful, so it remains 35-12, but the Indians offense able to put up some points and cuts the deficit to just 23. It's 35-12, and with 11:46 to go in the fourth quarter, we'll see if their defense can finally step it up for the first time since the first half. 3 for 3 on drives, resulting in touchdowns for Boonville in the third quarter, but a chance to turn it around for the Hallsville defense here in the fourth.
Like we talked about, if you're going to have a comeback, you got to have a touchdown pretty much every drive from here on out. You get the offense going again, but you need the defense to hold steady if you're going to make this one close and give yourself a shot at coming back.
Yeah, not only do you need the touchdowns, but you need the 2-point conversions as well. Down 23 points. That means you got to get at least 2 2-point conversions in a PAT, but if you're able to get 2 2-point conversions, might as well go for 3 on the third one.
Go for the win.
That would be my guess at the very least, if that's what happens. But, of course, Hallsville's got to get into that situation first. 11:46 to go, and the Hallsville special teams unit back out in their huddle. Boonville already separated, ready to return. They've got 10 players pushed up at the 40 or closer, only 1 player back deep because Hallsville tried the onside kick last time out. We'll see if Hallsville does indeed go for the onside kick or if they decide to go deep. Wooden does decide to go onside kick, takes an odd hop, but Boonville is there. They have it at the 43, where they will start in their own territory. Jenkins' 70-yard receiving touchdown was the first receiving touchdown for either team this game, and it came in the fourth quarter. It's been all on the ground so far prior to this point. Boonville getting their offense back out there. Tatum Huff, as mentioned earlier, is back out on the field, but he's joined in the backfield by Dylan Simmons, the sophomore running back, getting some other guys some work after Alex McDonald's 3-touchdown night. Handoff to Simmons up the left side. He's going to get about 3 yards. Flag thrown on the end of the play right at the middle of the field, and Simmons, his size allows him to kind of break through some tackles. Simmons very short on the field, but that not necessarily a bad thing for a running back. Referees discussing the penalties right now. 2 flags were thrown on the play, but assuming they were on the same thing, and it's going to be unnecessary roughness on a face mask against Hallsville and a 15-yard penalty on the personal foul. So the 3-yard run ends up getting 18 yards in total thanks to the penalty. Ball now on the 39 in Hallsville territory. Boonville inching closer to the red zone. Huff and Simmons in the backfield. On the left side, it's Logan Kahns. On the right outside wide receiver, it's Landon. Inside, it's Norberry. It's going to be the handoff to Simmons, left side. He gets to the edge, but not much further. Tackled maybe a yard or 2 past the line of scrimmage. They'll give him 1, mark him down at the 38-yard line. It's 2nd and 9 for the Pirates in a 23-point game with just under 11 minutes to go in the fourth. Boonville trying to go up by 30 points. They only led by 29 earlier, but a touchdown and a PAT would put them up 30. Running clock has it down to 10:30 now. Handoff on the jet sweep to Norberry on the right side. Gets it across the 35, back up the 30. He's now moving even further across the 20, out of bounds at around the 18. A huge play for Norberry. He's able to move that ball nearly 25 yards up the field.
And Hallsville right now, simply no answer for those outside runs.
And that's been a problem all game. They haven't been able to make the right adjustments. And something that has been the problem for Hallsville in the past as well, not even just last season, but looking back to the Conyers years as well, stopping the run on the outside has been a problem. Handoff up the middle, and Simmons gets stuffed. No gain on the play, tackled at the 17. It's 2nd and 10. That time Luke Peasley breaking through for the tackle. He's had a few tackles this game. He's got to be nearing 7 or 8 right now.
And right now, if you can hold Boonville around this 15 to 20-yard line, not sure if that's within the range for a field goal.
You do want to get your kicker some work on field goals. He hasn't attempted a field goal yet, but Boonville hasn't had a big lead yet. Hand on the left side and stopped right at the line of scrimmage once again by Dylan Simmons with the carry, and the sophomore running back finally stopped on an outside run. Hallsville stepping up late, but you're trying to make it not too little too late. You look at where the ball's at right now, 17-yard line. It would be about a 35-36-yarder for the field goal kicker. And at this level, that's not a gimme. Snap here, Huff looks to the right side. Landon Kahns has some space and blockers. He gets up to just shy of the 10, call it the 11-yard line. And now this will be a lot more of an easy kick to make if they decide to turn to the kicker. 4th and 4, and so it's certainly a convertible distance.
Looks like they're going to go for it.
And trying to break that 30-point lead marker like I had mentioned earlier, but hey, if you don't get this, this does give Hallsville some real momentum. Touchdown and a stuff.
Time moment.
But a 4th and 4. Huff with Simmons to his left. Pre-snap motion to Logan Kahns, moving back behind the line. He's going to look up the middle, and it is deflected and to the ground. Incomplete pass. Turnover on downs. Hallsville will have an opportunity to make this a 2-score game with this drive.
Now you've got momentum on your side. You've got to get down the field quick, though. Starting deep in your own territory. 8:12 remaining. And right now it feels like you need a big play like you got earlier.
35-12, Boonville leads. They led this game 35-6. And obviously Hallsville trying for that first win of the season, but you can't even look at that right now. I mentioned it earlier. Right now your focus should again be on crisp plays, on making the right play, and if you get yourself in a situation later, then that's what you want to do. Deep throw on the right side, and it's a little too far outside, off the outstretched hands of Lawson Burks, up the sideline at around the 30, and it goes incomplete. And that's not really the kind of play that you're looking to see in this situation. Obviously, you want to move the ball up the field, but like I mentioned, you just got to do what you did earlier and just keep going with those chunk plays.
And that's the thing that's so tough. You've got to be aggressive, but you got to be smart about it. Because one interception could essentially seal this game for Boonville.
Landon Cunningham, a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown this game. No interceptions, no fumbles for Cunningham. He's had a good game, but hasn't been enough to get Hallsville up. The run game has been very ineffective tonight for the Indians, and a timeout called for Hallsville. And at this point in the game, Hallsville's got just one timeout left now, especially trying to make that comeback if you are going to. These timeouts are important, but and it goes back to what I said. Right now, you are trying to work the offense and show that you can do it. You're not focused on the game situation at this point in time. You know that you have to score a lot and in limited time, but that shouldn't be the focus. The focus needs to be on efficiency, on being effective with what you do. 8:07 to go in the fourth quarter.
And you need to ride a fine line right here. Be as aggressive as possible without being reckless. Once you cross that line, you get into a really dangerous territory. You've got to thread the needle right here.
Dalvin Smith stepping from the backfield now out to the slot on the near side. Austin Burke's near side receiver. 3 receivers on the right. Quick throw over there. Caught by Burks. He'll run it up himself. Back across the 15, nearly to the 20. Not a bad catch. Gets it to 3rd and short. Called him down at the 19-yard line. Gabe Jenkins on the catch there, sorry.
Did not get out of bounds. Something that you would have liked to do, but the Boonville defense making sure that was the case.
I would say you're not really trying to get out of bounds in this situation. Again, like I mentioned earlier, you're focused on showing off the offense right now and showing that you can do it. You can focus on timing later. It's going to be a keeper from the quarterback, Cunningham. Tries to take it himself up the right gut, but stuffed it around the 20. They're going to say that he was stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 4th and 2. Maybe looking for some sort of bubble screen here. Trips on the right. 2 receivers on the left. Snap to Cunningham. He'll take it himself again up the middle. Not going to get it. Stopped at the 20. That's a yard shy. And a turnover on downs. Boonville gets it back in their own territory. And those gut runs have not been working for Hallsville. It's been the outside that has, when it has worked, and just not the ability to do so on that play. And it goes back into possession of the Pirates. They'll have it in the red zone and a 1st and 10. Still 35-12 the score. Thought you had a chance right there, but mentioned it earlier, that big play threat on the first one. Not sure if you really wanted to do that. Snap here to the quarterback. Huff hands it off, and a great broken tackle by Dylan Simmons. Able to get a full 7 extra yards off of that broken tackle, all the way up to the 15-yard line before he's taken down. 2nd and 5 for Boonville. 6:30 to go in the 4th quarter.
Pirates not going to be in any sort of hurry right here.
Certainly not. 20 seconds on the play clock, and they'll probably use all 20 of those seconds.
13 seconds, still looking toward the sideline. Now they get ready to go.
We've mentioned it a couple times about the kicking unit. We'll see if maybe here Porter would get a chance. 2 seconds on the play clock. The snap, it's to Simmons. He goes up the middle, back across the 10 to the 5. He's into the end zone, and a touchdown for the Pirates. They get this lead back up to 29 points. It's 41-12, and the extra point team coming out here trying to make it 30. A big play, a 15-yard run for the sophomore running back. Dylan Simmons puts it through and puts any shred of hope for the Hallsville fans to rest with that play. Snap is up for the PAT. The kick is going to go through the uprights. A perfect 6 for 6 from Brody Porter on PATs today. And he again just continues to show off the ability with that leg. But even the backups are getting it done for the Pirates. I mean, that's so impressive that they're able to do that here. And for Hallsville, like I mentioned, you're just trying to show off the offense. The plan does not change after that touchdown. You still shouldn't be rushing things. You still shouldn't be focused on game timing. All you got to do right now is work on the offense.
And like you said, at this point, it's more about process than results. You're not going to be desperate here. You're not going to be throwing it down the field. 5:57, 30-point deficit. Like we said, that touchdown essentially seals it for Boonville. So now the question is, can you put together a good drive? Can you drive it down the field, be methodical about it, and try and give yourself a little bit of momentum, little bit of a positive as you head toward the end of this contest?
42-12, the Boonville lead, and Hallsville right now eyeing down their second blowout loss of the season. You go back to Palmyra in the season opener. It was a 14-48 loss. It's not quite as bad, but you do score less, not able to make either of your two-point conversion attempts. But you do have time to score another touchdown still. And Porter taking his time to set up the tee to kick it off. Hallsville has Galvin Smith and Gabe Jenkins deep. Smith on the near side, Jenkins on the far. Wouldn't be shocked to see one of the earlier rows to pick it up as well. Abe Rhodes and Wyatt Morris on the 30. Kickoff from Porter, gonna go deep toward the near side, and Smith lets it bounce. Doesn't quite get to the end zone. He picks it up at the 1. They're gonna say it did hit the line.
And I think his foot was in the end zone when he picked it up.
So a touchback, and that means that Hallsville will start with the ball at their own 20-yard line. 80 yards to work down the field, and this is where you can really prove that you have an efficient offense. Got to show the offensive capabilities here.
After the kickoff.
And
a touchback. Hallsville
a
first and 10
timeout?
at their own
No.
20-yard line.
Hallsville just taking some time here to talk things over before they send the unit out there. 5:56 to go, and Landon Cunningham trying to lead this offense. Snap is taken. It's a handoff to the left side up the middle, and breaking through a little bit, Wyatt Morris able to go across the 25 up to about the 26-yard line. Called a gain of 6 yards, and it's 2nd and 4. Clock will run. Just over 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go. 30-point game, and Morris and Cunningham looking off to the sideline to get the call. 2 receivers on the right. 1 receiver on the left. Rhodes in at tight end on the right side of the offensive line. Hand off to Morris. He breaks through, gets a first down and more up to the 35-yard line, where he is wrapped up, but a gain of about 8 yards on that. Not too bad at all.
And again, the focus for this drive being methodical, just continuing to make progress, and they've done that so far.
They're going to call it down at the 36-yard line.
With forward progress.
Morris once again in the backfield with Cunningham. Quick throw to the right side. It's a little high pointed for Jenkins, but he's able to bring it down, turns upfield. Flag thrown right after the play is over. So maybe some sort of unsportsmanlike conduct. Brody Porter got the tackle. Ball initially placed at the 41 off of the tackle. Looked like the flag was thrown after the play was over. And see what the official call is. Face mask against Boonville. So right on the end of the play, they're going to move the ball forward. Ball at the 46-yard line. And creeping up immediately through the offensive line, Boonville going to scare him away, but still Wyatt Morris able to break that forward for a gain of 7. Stopped up at the 47-yard line in Boonville territory. Call it 2nd and 3 for the Indians.
7 on the play, 2nd and 3.
And I mean, just about perfect timing. Getting through that line on the snap.
Cunningham takes the snap. He'll take it himself. Back up across the 40, up to the 39-yard line where he's tackled. Another big play for the Indians. Called a gain of 8 yards, and This is the kind of chunk plays that you're looking for. This is exactly the offense that you wanted to run. This is honestly the offense you probably wanted to run last time. But likely the players probably got too much in their head focused on the score and making the comeback and tried to manage clock. Unable to get the first down earlier in the game, led to the Boonville touchdown. Cunningham, left side. It's a little low pointed and not able to bring it in. Jack Stockamp targeted on the play, but it will bring up 2nd and 10. That's the kind of play you're looking for. You know, those 10-yard out routes. That's what Hallsville seems like they'd be good at. Trips on the right side, and Dalvin Smith moving out to the left alongside Jack Stockamp. So 5 wide for Cunningham. Look to throw. He's got time. Throws it deep to the right side. Rhodes sliding down. Makes the catch at about the 18-yard line. Big play of over 20 yards on the catch. It's 1st and 10 inside the Boonville red zone.
Really nice throw right there by the quarterback, Cunningham. Fitted into the pocket, knew that if he threw it right to the chest of Rhodes, probably going to be broken up. Gives him enough room to make the slide.
Cunningham once again going deep. This time it's in the air and nearly going to be picked, but it drops to the ground into where nobody was standing. Luckily for Hallsville, bounced off of the Hallsville intended target right there, but just goes to the ground, and it's now 2nd and 10. 3:15 to go in the 4th quarter. Hallsville still down 30 points, 42-12. Trying to take something good away from the end of this game. Looks like you're seeing some other guys work onto the field as well for Hallsville. And play to the left side. Jenkins has it across the 15, down at about the 13-yard line.
Cole Pickens on the tackle.
Jenkins about 5 yards on the play. Call it 3rd and 5.
Gain of 5 on the play. 3rd and 5 for the Indians.
Jenkins back out to the right side now. He'll be playing the slot. And mentioned it, getting some new players into the game. Freshman Grayson Hain on the outside on the right side. Snap to Cunningham. He'll look to throw over the middle, and it's intercepted. First interception of the game. Taking it up the left side now. Boonville will seemingly put the nail into the coffin on this one. Big time interception. That seemingly does it.
And it looked like that was number 20, Race Leonard, the freshman for Boonville, into this game late. Makes an impact play in his first year as a high schooler.
So 1st and 10 for Boonville from their own 20-yard line. And with only 2:29 to go, and Hallsville just 1 timeout, unless they get a big play touchdown, you assume this is the last drive of the game. And they're certainly going to be putting the ball on the ground. Dylan Simmons in the backfield, and he already got that 15-yard touchdown the last time on the field. He'll get the ball again, trying to take it up the middle. Follows one tackle. He breaks through a tackle and gets it about 4 yards up to the 24-yard line. It's now a 2nd and 6 for the Pirates.
Gain of 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 for the Pirates.
And on the other Show Me Sports Network channel, Southern Boone just finished up their game against California. 28-7, Southern Boone's first win of the season. Big time game there. Hallsville hoping to salvage something from the end of this one. Huff calling for the ball a couple times. Hands it off. Simmons on the outside, trying to cut upfield about the 30, and the shoelace tackle not going to bring him down. He's able to get a full 11 yards out of the outside run. And a first down for the Pirates. 1st and 10 from the 35. and they can just kneel it out now. We'll see if they do, though.
Wyatt Riley was in on the tackle.
Already up 42-12.
And it looks like they're going to victory formation right here.
Tatum Huff under center. Nobody out wide, and the snap, he will kneel it with 1:13 to go. They'll just have one more snap, and that will do it for the game, although the clock had stopped for a split second there. Now back and running, and a minute to go in the game, and as I mentioned, they just need one more snap here to finish it off. So Boonville eyeing down their second win of the season. They will move to 2-1 after the victory here. Coming up next, Boonville will be taking on the aforementioned Southern Boone. Next week, they'll head on the road. And that a big-time win for the Boonville Pirates, as that will do it for the game. Final score here from Boonville, the Pirates 42, the Indians just 12. Stick around for the post-game show, as we'll be coming back after this, but real quick final thoughts on the game, Matt?
Dominant performance, outside zone running from the Boonville Pirates. Hallsville unable to stop him. Really impressive, the blocking along the perimeter. Not only the offensive line, but everybody on that Boonville offense got involved in the blocking, from the offensive linemen to the tight ends to the wide receivers. And that all-out performance is the reason that you saw them putting 42 points on the board. On the other side, for Hallsville, the offense never quite getting in sync. You weren't able to really establish the running game, and a couple of incompletions that go the other way maybe makes a difference in this game for Hallsville.
Yeah, certainly could have, but unfortunately for Hallsville,
at least on the offensive side.
Yeah, they're going to have to turn things around for next week. Hallsville next week, they are taking on Macon back in Hallsville. Back-to-back home games on the 19th and 26th. Looking forward to those games. We'll have them broadcast here on the Show Me Sports Network. As always, good to be back on the call. Matt, good to have you along. And make sure to stick around for the post-game show. That'll be coming up next. We'll take a look back at how tonight happened, a look ahead a little bit further in depth at the next game, along with a look at scores around the state. And, of course, we'll have that post-game interview coming up with Coach Stevens. After this, that all comes up next here on the Show Me Sports Network. This is Hallsville Football. We'll be back after the break.
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
We need you. We need you. We need you.
We need you, now more than ever.
The Southern Boone School District is hiring part-time bus drivers for route athletics and activities with no experience necessary. Our drivers enjoy flexible work hours, paid on-site CDL training, and paid time off, all while helping our community. The position offers competitive pay. Go visit sbschools.us/employment.
We need you.
At Southern Boone School District, our educators do more than just teach. Lives are being shaped for the future before they even enter a classroom. For students to succeed, it takes an entire district-wide team. Our students need you. Join Southern Boone School District's team today, now offering competitive salaries and benefits for all positions. Visit ashland.k12.mo.us and click on the Employment tab.
At the Southern Boone Area YMCA, we're more than a gym. We're a community. From youth sports that teach teamwork and confidence, to group fitness classes that bring energy and encouragement, to programs that support your health and well-being at every age, the Y is here for you. Join your neighbors, your friends, your family, and discover how the Y can help you grow stronger in spirit, mind, and body. The Southern Boone Area YMCA is where community comes together. Stop by and see us at 405 South Main Street in Ashland, or give us a call at 573-657-9622. Southern Boone Area YMCA, here for good.
At the Tin Roof Monogram and Gift, we know a gift is more than a box or a bag with a pretty bow. A gift is the lifetime of love that you share. It's friends who grow as close as family. It's moments and milestones, both big and small. Whether receiving or giving, a gift brings joy and happiness. That's why, since 2018, we've made it easier to gift for those you love. Stop by the Tin Roof Monogram and Gift at 108 Corporate Lake Drive in Columbia, or call 573-443-4438. Let us help you find that perfect gift for every occasion.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
Since 1951, Ren's Automotive has been the leader in complete automotive and tire services, proudly serving the Ashland community and southern Boone County area. Servicing all makes and models of vehicles, customer satisfaction is their top priority. If your vehicle leaves you stranded, no need to worry, as Ren's Automotive offers 24-hour towing services. To schedule an appointment, call 573-657-4614 or stop by and see Terry, Peggy, Derek, and the crew at 124 East Broadway in Ashland. Ren's Automotive, your full-service automotive repair shop for over 70 years.
Game, as well as look ahead to the next action for the Indians. Exclusive post-game coverage of Hallsville Indians football is brought to you by Boone County Journal, Cassandra Gazaway, Mary Kay Independent Beauty Consultant, Country with a Heart, Eddie Goodell Society, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, Hallsville Athletic Boosters, Last Sentinel Firearms, Retrieving Freedom, Salter Loan Service LLC, Sawdust Studios, Southern Boone Area YMCA, the Tin Roof Monogram and Gift, and Ren's Automotive. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Hallsville Indians football on the Indians Radio Network. Now let's go live to the field of the Show Me Sports Network broadcast booth.
Well, it was the run game that tempified the offensive momentum for the Boonville Pirates as they rolled to a 42-12 victory over the Hallsville Indians. I'm Austin Thomas. Joining me is Matthew Gustafson. We'll have Coach Paul Stevens joining us in just a few minutes. Thanks for joining us on the Hallsville Indians postgame show here on the Show Me Sports Network. And, well, let's take a look back at how it all happened as we break down this third game of the season. The Indians now sitting at 0-3, and well, they fought pretty hard in that first half. Really was a close game at halftime, 14-6. The score started off with a 19-yard rushing touchdown from Al Mack, as the Boonville fans like to call him. Alex McDonald, 19-yard rushing touchdown with 5:46 to go in the first quarter. Made it 6-0. The PAT was good to make it 7-0. Hallsville responded on the very next drive with a touchdown of their own, a 1-yard rushing touchdown from quarterback Landon Cunningham, who punched it in. They attempted to go for 2 points afterward. However, that 2-point conversion attempt unsuccessful, as it remained 7-6 with 2:30 to go in the first quarter. It would remain 7-6 all the way up until 5 minutes left in the first half, when Alex McDonald ran another one into the end zone, a 5-yard rushing touchdown from him, his second touchdown of the game. That made it 13-6, and another PAT was good from Brody Porter to make it 14-6. It remained 14-6 through the rest of the half, despite Hallsville having the ball at the 8-yard line near the end of the first half. It was a missed field goal to keep it 14-6, although Hallsville was able to prevent Boonville from scoring then. Although the first half went relatively well, the second half was all Boonville. They scored on all 3 drives that they had in the second quarter. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns for them. The first one, a 16-yard rushing touchdown from Al Mack as he went for his third tutty of the game. 21-6 the score after the PAT was good. The next drive that Boonville had after shutting down the Hallsville offense once again, it was Tatum Huff, who ran one in from 15 yards out, made it 28-6 after another PAT was good. And then Landon Kahns came in from the 3-yard line. Huff had got in what appeared to be some sort of cramp in his leg and had to be taken out of the game. So Landon Kahns, taking over as backup quarterback, he just ran the ball in from 5 yards out, and that made it 35-6 after the 5th PAT attempt was made by Brody Porter. So 35-6 with 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Hallsville, though, finally able to put some points up on the board themselves with 14:46 to go in the fourth quarter. Gabe Jenkins, a 70-yard receiving touchdown from Landon Cunningham. He's able to put the Indians back on the board. Gave them a shot late, 35-12 the score. 2-point conversion again, once again unsuccessful. Hallsville was able to get the ball back with about 8 minutes to go, but they turned the ball over on downs from their own 20-yard line, and that resulted in Boonville moving the ball down the field once again with 5:57 to go. It was a 15-yard rushing touchdown from Dylan Simmons, and the 6th PAT attempt from Brody Porter that was successful. He went 6 for 6 on PATs this game. 42-12 the final score, as nobody scored in the final 6 minutes of the game. That's a look back at how it all happened. Hallsville now 0-3 on the season, and Boonville now 2-1 on the year. Matt, obviously we had our quick thoughts at the end of the game, but now we've had a little bit more time to think about it. What are kind of some of your biggest takeaways from the Hallsville side?
Well, I think that Boonville really saw what was working for them in that first half and just decided, you know what, let's keep pushing that button until it doesn't work anymore. And they continued to push that button for the entirety of the second half. And to their credit, it worked pretty much every single time, right? You saw most of those touchdowns coming in that second half. I talked about the 2 keys coming out of halftime. We're going to be stopping Alex McDonald and then opening up that passing game. Neither of those things went Hallsville's way, and you saw Boonville really pull away as we continued throughout that final half of action.
Yeah, and Hallsville now, I mean, you look at 0-3, and that isn't going to feel great. How do you come back from starting off with 3 straight losses?
Well, I think that it starts with what we saw for the majority of that final drive for Hallsville, moving it down the field, being methodical, making sure that you were just continuing to move forward, play after play after play. Now it ended up being an interception late, right, by the freshman number 20 for Boonville. But before that, I think you really liked what you saw, and you're going to try and find what made that drive successful, carry it over into these next games, and really just go in with that mentality. Every week, every game is a new game. Do not let what happened in prior games affect it. I mean, you saw last year, right? Hallsville didn't have a huge record during the regular season, and then they go on a pretty impressive run in state. You win district, if I remember correctly. So you never know what happens. You can start 0-3 and still find your way into the state playoffs and go a pretty long way. So you never know what's going to happen.
Obviously, all that matters is the playoffs, but you're trying to win every game in and game out, and that's a big deal for these teams. It's not like regular season games don't matter, especially early in the season when you're trying to build up, everything that you can right now. And for Hallsville, not starting on the right foot, but what's going right for them? Obviously, they had not just one drive, but they had, I believe, 3 drives that they were within the 10-yard line and could not score on. And that's a problem for Hallsville that they're going to need to fix for these next couple of games. It's finishing those drives, and it's coming up and not giving up later as well. You know, you look at the first half, Hallsville did a good job at stopping Boonville. Second half, I mean, Boonville, it was an onslaught. I mean, they were able to score at will, and Hallsville needs to be able to keep up what they had been doing in the first half into the second half, and they need to continue to adjust as well. That's one big thing. You know, you look at a team who does something well. In order to continue doing something well, you have to make adjustments as the other team adjusts, because they're bound to adjust, especially with Boonville, especially with how good you know they can be. They're going to make those adjustments, so you got to be ready for what those are and to be able to keep moving forward. Any final thoughts on you from the game tonight?
I think that one thing to look for in the passing game moving forward, I mean, they were so close to connecting on those passes up the middle. I think if you can do that, if you can get the intermediate passing game up the middle going, hit a couple of those slants, that's going to be really big for the passing game, really open things up and allow you to help out your running game as well, create overall a better offense. So if they can start to hit those passes, I think that's going to be something that can help improve this offense moving forward.
Certainly will be something to look forward to. But that's going to just about do it for our personal recap of this. However, we will be joined by Coach Stevens in just a couple minutes, so stick around. We'll be back with that post-game interview coming up next here on the Show Me Sports Network here from Boonville, Missouri.
The Boone County Journal is the hometown newspaper of Ashland and Hartsburg since 1969. We know you're busy. Let us keep up with Southern Boone happenings for you. We cover social events, school sports, local government, Southern Boone history, obituaries, and more. Subscribe to the Journal today and get the paper delivered to your mailbox every Wednesday. Digital version also available. Call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojo.com. Independent and veteran owned.
There's no better way to celebrate a special event or show someone just how important they are to you than gifting them something handcrafted from Country with a Heart. Handmade in mid-Missouri, Country with a Heart specializes in hand-built woodworking projects for every occasion. Their design collection includes children's furniture, doll furniture, household items, holiday decor, outdoor decorations, custom projects, and everything in between. To view their full inventory of projects, visit countrywithaheart.com and find them on Facebook by joining the Country with a Heart group page.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie!
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. This state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
At Hallsville School District, our educators do more than just teach. Lives are being shaped for the future before they even enter a classroom. For students to succeed, it takes an entire district-wide team. Join Hallsville School District's team today, now offering competitive salaries and benefits for all positions. Visit hallsville.org and click on the employment link under Our District tab.
Attention Indians fans, here's your chance to help the student athletes of Hallsville by becoming a member of the Hallsville Athletic Boosters. Your gifts help provide all Hallsville athletes with a safe and positive experience while attending our school district, and also help purchase items that our sports team couldn't otherwise afford. You can join the Hallsville Athletic Boosters this season for as little as $25. Membership is open to everyone. Interested in joining? Look them up on Facebook by searching Hallsville Athletic Boosters or email them at hallsvilleathleticboosters@gmail.com. Let's go Indians!
Seeking to express your unique style? How about healthier, clear skin? Look no further than Mary Kay. For more than 60 years, Mary Kay has been offering a wide range of high-quality makeup and skincare products that empower you to shine and stand out in any setting. From luscious lipsticks to vibrant eyeshadows, flawless foundations to glowing highlights, moisturizing serum to blemish and acne regimens, Mary Kay's got you covered. If you don't have a Mary Kay beauty consultant, then I've got you covered. To get your best skin, call me, Cassandra Gasway, today at 417-684-2667 or visit online at marykay.com/Cassandra Gasway.
Last Sentinel Firearm.
Army Sergeant Trent Dirks, and I want to tell you about an organization that saved and changed my life forever. Retrieving Freedom provides highly trained service dogs to veterans with disabilities and children with autism, absolutely free of charge, thanks to the generous donations and support from people just like you. Experts from Retrieving Freedom help throughout the entire process, from fostering programs through service dog placement. Retrieving Freedom gave me the skilled service dog Tracer, who has been my best friend and my lifeline. To find out more about how you can get involved, volunteer, foster, or to donate, visit their website, retrievingfreedom.org. Retrieving Freedom, changing lives through the training and placement of service dogs for veterans with disabilities and children with autism.
Power equipment is always cool, always. Well, unless it's not working, then power equipment is expensive. Always. Unless you get it checked with Salter Lawn Service. Don't worry about saving up for something new. Just let the experienced experts at Salter Lawn Service repair your small engines. With pickup and delivery available, saving you time and saving your wallet.
Hey, this is Stacy Salter with Salter Lawn Service. One call, we do it all. You can find us at salterlawnservice.com.
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
We need you. We need you. We need you.
We need you, now more than ever.
The Southern Boone School District is hiring part-time bus drivers for route athletics and activities with no experience necessary. Our drivers enjoy flexible work hours, paid on-site CDL training, and paid time off, all while helping our community. The position offers competitive pay. Go visit sbschools.us/employment.
We need you.
At Southern Boone School District, our educators do more than just teach. Lives are being shaped for the future before they even enter a classroom. For students to succeed, it takes an entire district-wide team. Our students need you. Join Southern Boone School District's team today, now offering competitive salaries and benefits for all positions. Visit ashland.k12.mo.us and click on the Employment tab.
At the Southern Boone Area YMCA, we're more than a gym. We're a community, from youth sports that teach teamwork and confidence to group fitness classes that bring energy and encouragement to programs that support your health and well-being at every age. The Y is here for you. Join your neighbors, your friends, your family, and discover how the Y can help you grow stronger in spirit, mind, and body. The Southern Boone Area YMCA is where community comes together. Stop by and see us at 405 South Main Street in Ashland, or give us a call at 573-657-9622. Southern Boone Area YMCA, here for good.
At the Tin Roof Monogram and Gift, we know a gift is more than a box or a bag with a pretty bow. A gift is the lifetime of love that you share. It's friends who grow as close as family. It's moments and milestones, both big and small. Whether receiving or giving, a gift brings joy and happiness. That's why, since 2018, we've made it easier to gift for those you love. Stop by the Tin Roof Monogram and Gift at 108 Corporate Lake Drive in Columbia or call 573-443-4438. Let us help you find that perfect gift for every occasion.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2 departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
Since 1951, Ren's Automotive has been the leader in complete automotive and tire services, proudly serving the Ashland community and southern Boone County area. Servicing all makes and models of vehicles, customer satisfaction is their top priority. If your vehicle leaves you stranded, no need to worry, as Ren's Automotive offers 24-hour towing services. To schedule an appointment, call 573-657-4614 or stop by and see Terry, Peggy, Derek, and the crew at 124 East Broadway in Ashland. Ren's Automotive, your full-service automotive repair shop for over 70 years.
You've been...
The Boone County Journal is the hometown newspaper of Ashland and Hartsburg since 1969. We know you're busy. Let us keep up with Southern Boone happenings for you. We cover social events, school sports, local government, Southern Boone history, obituaries, and more. Subscribe to the Journal today and get the paper delivered to your mailbox every Wednesday. Digital version also available. Call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojo.com. Independent and veteran owned.
Well, hello and welcome back into the Hallsville Indians postgame show here on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Austin Thomas, and we'll be joined by Coach Stevens in just a moment. However, before we get to that, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the scores from around the area. Helias beats Battle 66-6, the final score there. Over in Osage, 42-6. Blair Oaks gets the victory as expected. Blair Oaks, always a dominant team here in mid-Missouri. Of course, Hallsville losing to Boonville 42-12 on the road today. They'll look to get right next week. Southern Boone, a 28-7 victory over California earlier, as we had mentioned on the broadcast. Southern Boone is playing host to the hosting tonight Boonville Pirates, who will now head to the road for the first time since week 1. Camdenton and Smith Cotton, it was 42-19. Smith Cotton got the victory. Centralia, who was in a very tight competition with Hallsville last week, they beat Clark County 52-16. The final score, Centralia on top. Eldon won 13-8 over Owensville today. Odd score there, not something you see all too often. Westran won 36-28 on the road at Fulton. Scotland County beat Harrisburg 40-30. Macon beat Palmyra 27-12. And Palmyra, man, they had crushed Hallsville earlier in the season, so to see them lose, rather a big surprise. Continuing on with scores around the area, South Harrison won 42-7 over Marceline. Warrensburg won 42-7 against Moberly. North Callaway won 44-16 against Montgomery County. It was a 52-20 victory for Paris over Bramer as well. Continuing on, Russellville won 41-6 against Midway. Lamar won 21-7 against Tipton. Along with that, Van Far beat Louisiana 46-20. Warsaw won 32-0 against Lafayette County. And those are all of the games from tonight in the Mid-Missouri area. So some interesting scores as we kind of looked around at everyone around the Mid-Missouri area. And we'll see how this continues on through 3 weeks here. Hallsville still winless, and they will look for that first win of the season. Coming up next week, when they will return to Hallsville to host the Macon team that just beat Palmyra 27-12. So that'll be an interesting one to watch because Macon, they've got a ton of momentum right now. They now sit at 2-1 on the season, and Hallsville struggling a little bit. If they're able to get that one, it would certainly be an upset, but we'll have to wait and see here. Like I mentioned, the interview with Coach Stevens coming up momentarily, but I will bring you back. Once we have him here, he should be coming up in just a couple of minutes. We'll be back with that here on Hallsville Indians postgame show here on the Show Me Sports Network.
There's no better way to celebrate a special event or show someone just how important they are to you than gifting them something handcrafted from Country with a Heart. Handmade in mid-Missouri, Country with a Heart specializes in hand-built woodworking projects for every occasion. Their design collection includes children's furniture, doll furniture, household items, holiday decor, outdoor decorations, custom projects, and everything in between. To view their full inventory of projects, visit countrywithaheart.com and find them on Facebook by joining the Country with a Heart group page.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. This state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
At Hallsville School District, our educators do more than just teach. Lives are being shaped for the future before they even enter a classroom. For students to succeed, it takes an entire district-wide team. Join Hallsville School District's team today, now offering competitive salaries and benefits for all positions. Visit hallsville.org and click on the employment link under our district tab.